Oh, Candlekeep Mysteries. Oh god, last time on Candlekeep Mysteries. The party had you all were you spending a week or did you just sleep? I don't actually remember now.
We just slept.
Long rest.
Yeah, just the normal long rest. Okay, so the party took a nice normal long rest over here inside of Candlekeep. After they had gone into further inside of the Canopic Being, the party headed out into the desert and found a giant skull of a dragon, where they met a figure named Brax over there, who was a bit on the uncouth side, one may say. While digging around, Brax laid claim to some of the treasures that had been unearthed, and the party proceeded to get into a confrontation with Brax. The session began with that fight ongoing, with Brax releasing hypnotic destruction from their horn and mauling people with their psychic great club. As both sides grew more and more dire, things down to the wire, Diesel was able to land a significant gut punch, preventing them from getting their shield up, and then mauling them into the ground as the party was on the verge of collapse. With Brax on the ground, the party had a critical and important decision to make: to spare Brax or to kill them. Without much of a thought, it was kill, and Brax was slain. With Brax dead in the ground and on the sand, they were used as a paperweight to clog up a hole in order to protect against the incoming sandstorm. However, the party, battered as they were unable to dig enough holes for people, leaving both Jojira and Yuki inside of the sandstorm itself. While they were both somewhat protected from the elements inside of the skull, they found themselves buffeted out by a large gust of wind, and outside of there, a massive purple worm emerged, which threatened to kill them both. It didn't get them both, it only got Yuki-shana, as Yuki was devoured by the purple worm and Jojira was turned into a soccer ball. As they exited out, the party finally exiting from the book, you found that Yuki's skin now feels like paper, though they otherwise seem unharmed, as you took a long rest and now find yourself here at Candlekeep.
Why is the tentacle still here?
You can see it. I removed it.
I still see it.
You still see the tentacle?
It is
maybe
for me.
Yeah, maybe refresh and you won't see the tentacle.
Okay, I'll refresh. If it's still there when I get back, Yuki-chan will be very shocked as to why there's a tentacle there.
Then nobody else will see, and they're like, "Do you have PTSD from the worm?"
She might.
Oh my god, it's like when you're going insane and don't starve. You just start seeing shit.
That's 4 lights.
True.
How funny would that be that anyone who's like died just has creatures following them that can attack them and nobody else? And so you have to like escape them to get into the book.
So I've got a black screen upon refreshing. Or like
What
a
if when
grey
you're-
screen.
What if when you're killed and turned into paper mode, you're getting chased by the thing that killed you in the book, but a shadow version in the real life?
Yeah, that'd be sick.
It's the purple worm perpetually after Yuki-shana.
Yeah.
Sure,
It's
that
like
would not be horrifying at all.
We're in boat time and it bursts out of the water. Fuck! No, it's here.
I hope it devours the red section.
It won't, that's the thing.
Yeah, it literally
It
won't.
tried it, but it would be repelled by the redness of it.
Is that the purple worm's weakness, red?
Yeah, well, if it tries to attack
Probably.
something red, they'll cancel each other out, then it'll just be a blue worm.
So
And it's
red
useless.
beats purple. What beats red?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Thought we established this already.
Yeah. To the best of our knowledge, nothing beats red. Like we do not have any evidence of anything beating red.
It's like rock, paper, scissors, Red beats purple, blue loses to red, and purple beats blue.
That does sound like how rock paper scissors works.
What are you, some kind of colorologist?
Yeah.
Color theorist.
Color theorist.
I have a theory that colors exist, but the world's not ready to hear it yet.
Well, that is kind of a big gamble. I don't know if I'd believe it either.
So we're Nameless and Echo going to do any research into the Azamar crystals while we're here. And there's also Yukishana's thing with being paper. That could get a doctor looked at, or a cleric. One of the two.
Yeah, we can do that. Because this is like the day after the rest, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, then Yukishana will emerge from the room.
And as a reminder, here is the Azamar crystals that were picked up last time. I think it was a total of 5. I want to say it was 5.
Yep, 5.
Yeah, that's 5.
3 from the Chingwas, 1 that Brax found, and 1 that
Growl
Growl found.
dug up. Yeah.
Well, the last one's a 1.
But we aren't staying for a week. We're just.
Oh.
It's just the long
Wait.
list.
Oh, Jojira told me. Oh, okay. I thought when you said research the Azamar crystals, I thought you meant that's what I was gonna do during the week long.
I mean, I just figured that there's time while the other stuff is happening. People are buying. She's going to some kind of doctor or cleric for her paperness.
Okay.
Okay. So in order then,
I mean, yeah, I thought about that too, elocution. Another one, little one, did not seem to think that people get stuck in the books either when I talked to him. It might just be like the Emerald Gatekeeper and me also, Errant Quill.
That's an interesting theory.
Alright, so in order for this day then, it looks like the party is going to spend a day here first, or at least a couple hours before entering. Jojira, what were you up to?
I already did my thing last session where I talked with the Gatekeeper and basically learned that he does not understand what's happening inside the Great Library.
The Emerald Door Guard? Yes, the fellow with the Emerald Gate is right there. And in fact, you know what? It's about time. This guy needs a name. Hold on, let me give him a token and a name. It's been too long. Let me give my lad here a name.
OpenAI chatbot, please give me a name for the Emerald Guard.
Unironically, this. Alright, give me a second. Where is it? Oh, here it is. Great. Where did I have to find this? Oh, I know. I could use one of these. Oh yeah, the gatekeeper's name was Orin. How did I forget that?
Did the game refresh for anyone? Is that just me?
It's just you.
Guess. Okay. It kicked me out.
Get wrecked.
It said bye.
That reflects the color of the door. That's just what the door is called. There's no reflection there at all.
Emerald. That is a
Great.
sick name for an Emerald Door Guard.
What was the name?
Emerald.
Emerald.
Yeah,
Do you have-
the Emerald Door Guard's name is Emerald.
There's a name for what's it called? There's a concept where it says that people are almost predestined
Nominative
to.
determinism?
Yeah. What was it called again?
Nominative determinism?
Yeah, nominative determinism, which is a fascinating concept. That's what's happening here. This guy's name was Emerald, and by God,
Yeah, like he arrives at Candlekeep. He's like, I need a job, and they're like, well, we could have you guard the Emerald Door. He's like, oh my God, this is my moment. I've been waiting for this my whole life.
Is this destiny?
Okay, hold on. I'm making this token real quick.
Can we vote to actually call him Emerald? Can we do that?
Wow.
Our combined psych energy to will him into the world. As
how about we just sit on Emmy?
Or we can just call him that, even if that's not his name. What's he going to do?
I mean, you're not wrong.
Exasperated with us.
Yeah, hold on.
But they look exasperated all the time, if I recall.
Okay, hold on. I need to drag this in properly, so that would be like this. Bam! Look at that. Beautiful. And your name is now. They have an actual name. I placed what it would be, but of the jungle. But no, here their name is Emerald for all of you. As far as you're all concerned, their name is Emerald.
Hell yeah.
Not Orion. And I see the word Orin underneath the guy.
Yeah, Orin was her name. I remembered as I was looking through the Candlekeep adventure book, and I was like, oh yeah, that was their name. I forgot what it was.
You mean? Oh wait, the other. Esmeralda.
Wrong campaign.
Okay. Give me a moment. I'm also going to record her actual name somewhere where I won't forget it. There. Perfect. Alright, so you all head over to the Emerald Door here, guarded by Emerald. Oh, I guess I can make little one's token say little one too while I'm at it. Perfect. Hey, look, this little set of NPCs is starting to get larger. You head over to Emerald Growl, who just kind of gives you a hand greeting.
Oh. Library?
Is that a question? Yes?
Library!
Yes!
Yes, library.
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 They usher you forward with their hands. Library.
She just nods her head. Yes, library.
Shana. Nameless, you were going to look into something first, though, right? I think.
If there's time, yeah, we'll conduct some preliminary tests on the Azamar crystal.
I guess that depends on what kind of test you want to run, unless you want to stay here for more time than just leaving on this day.
I don't know if I.
Could she not have done that during our rest?
So this was just a normal long rest. That is 8 hours of sleep. It wasn't a week rest.
I don't know if there's time for anything. I guess we could pass it off to someone, but it could potentially be useful to hold on to. Did we find anyone that was also like a soul magic specialist last time? I don't think we did, right?
I do not believe so.
Zuli was looking but didn't find.
Yep.
Yeah. I was
Oh,
gonna
Dr.
look
Coughing.
into it during a long rest.
Say what? What about Lazuli?
I don't know. What did Jojiro say?
I mean, I said Lazuli was looking for like a soul magic specialist, but didn't find one, if I remember right.
Yeah.
There might not
Mind you,
be
the library
that.
is quite large, and so it's not always easy to find specific people. I mean, think about like if you were searching for someone at, say, a university library with hundreds of employees.
I like how the Great Library is labeled twice on this map.
That just shows how great it is.
Alright,
Oh
well,
yeah, I see. Because I guess I wanted to emphasize that the Great Library encompasses that entire section right there, and it's not merely just, you know, not.
I wonder what's up with this.
With which one?
There's just like a part of a boat right here.
So basically, the Great Library is constructed by wizards being able to find parts from outside field of knowledge that they want, and they essentially just teleport it over. Right, intact as it were, and it's just all kind of cobbled together and strung together with duct tape.
Nice. Alright, let's go back to a book.
Right.
Well,
Yeah,
actually,
I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go to the boat time, but
just before we head to the book, can I like go to this? Like this looks like a well here. Here, it's a well, right?
I don't like that. My health is almost half of some of you guys.
don't worry. If we combine, we'll have the same amount of health as Mark, which is still nearly 20 below Wiz.
Yeah, like don't mind me. I'm just setting my health bar next to yours.
Jesus fucking Christ, you're almost triple my health.
Beats Prey Bowler.
Dragon stork noises.
Yeah, I'd like to put some water like on my own forearm. Like take off one of the leather gloves, put some water on my forearm. See if it goes crinkly or just normal skin like.
Oh, like you're placing water on your arm?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you and I should not be near each other then, just for obvious reasons.
Yeah.
You go ahead and place a little bit of water to kind of test the waters on your arm, and while doing that, Yukishana, it kind of feels like, you know that feeling you get when your leg falls asleep and kind of has like this staticky kind of feeling.
Sure, I mean staticky maybe not, but I know what like a dead arm feels like. Or a dead...
Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's mildly uncomfortable, but otherwise nothing too significant. No matter how much you pour, right, to see if it like hurts or anything, it doesn't. It's just, it feels weird.
Yukishana quickly thinks back, remembering hearing the party saying they wanted to go to the water book. Then dries herself off and puts the glove back and finds her way to the rest of the party.
Okay, then let me go ahead and bring you over to the library itself. Said that Darian's not here.
They said they'll be here soon. Well, 30 to 40 minutes.
Oh, that's why he wasn't going to be here today for the party. He left early.
Alright, well, you find yourself here inside the Great Library, and I believe that, you've left your, the 3 books near the entrance in a fairly easily accessible location. So nothing about that has particularly changed, it remains there.
The boat we go?
Blue time to dive into the book.
Nice. Nice.
Boat time.
I mean, I'm still curious what would happen if we try reading chapter 1 again.
Why would we want to do that again?
Right now.
Like a refresher?
I mean, just to see like if it would actually let us read what's supposed to happen rather than
Oh,
bring us back in.
I got it. That pun. To see what happens. The good pun. Nice. We're on a roll with these.
I think they're all unintentional. 'Cause as I was saying mine, I was like, oh, that's pretty funny.
Water. I'm so clever.
I wanted to know.
So, with the book in hand, who would be like to be the one that attempts to read it, as it were?
Fuck it,
Launch
my
your
turn.
figure as preview.
Nah, I got this, homie.
Okay.
All right. Caro picks up the book of the maroon ship and opens it up. And notably, you don't feel like you're getting immediately sucked in this time. Instead, you notice that you can actually read chapter 1, which is titled The Island. Would you like to continue reading?
Yeah, I'll give it a quick read through.
Okay. Reading through,
Everything is I'm reading here. I'm reading out loud to the people.
Yes. Reading through, it seems very apparent very quickly that this initial snippet that you're kind of skimming through seems to describe everything that happened to all of you with your names included.
Oh shit.
Oh,
I
Okay.
mean, I wonder
So
if
it
that counts as
changes
destruction
depending
of
on the
library
last
property.
person.
'Cause it's like we're basically rewriting it, right? It kind of sounds like destruction of library property.
It sounds like, yeah, we're rewriting it. Interesting.
It even ends, you see, with chapter 1 with all of you leaving off of the island.
Island in quotation marks.
Alright.
No, finally and notably, the entire prose there is written in the style of Captain Tortuga's various prose and narration.
Hmm.
So he's watching us?
Always.
I mean, we do have like an actual narrator in one of the other books. This one is just
I didn't remember
last
that one at
initial.
all.
Wait, but
The noir one, like there's like the fucking guy with the accent is just constantly narrating what's happening.
A's is constantly
A's.
narrating.
I barely remember the Iron book.
But with that finished, I will continue on to chapter 2.
All right, as you open up chapter 2, Carol, you immediately begin feeling that same sensation that you recall, of feeling like you were being dragged into the book. But there was a little difference this time compared to last time. As you have the sensation, it's hard to describe what it feels like exactly. This is not exactly a common experience. There's no equivalent to it in the real world. The closest thing is like that intuition you have when you have a feeling whether or not you need to go left or right. And left feels like somewhere you have previously been.
Harrow doesn't want to go somewhere he's previously been. He'll veer the right.
Okay.
So I guess it is possible to replay past chapters essentially, just like Mario 64.
Bro, maybe we can go back later and get like a different star on that level.
Maybe I can go back and not be papery.
Oh my god, we gotta go reclaim your soul.
Sure. We'll do that. We'll do that later. We'll do that later.
We have to find the specific purple worm that ate you.
Oh my fuck.
Oh god.
Yuki-chan's eyes literally twitching right now as you're saying this.
how did it feel being eaten?
Very uncomfortable.
Don't remember. I don't want to remember. Hey, the book. Let's go inside the book. We like the book. Water, red.
Alright, with that underway, you find yourselves hearing that similar narration as you begin to descend into the book. leaving the island, I found myself out on the open sea. Now here with my crew, I try to understand what had transpired, and I keep looking at that paper fragment. Some treasure? Is this my great calling? What should I call it? The turtle treasure? No, this would not make any sense. You find yourself looking out into what appears to be the wide, wide ocean as far as your eyes can make out.
I never fucking wrote down the words on the paper in my notes.
Not a fan how small this boat is.
The boat does seem a bit small, but it's about the same size as when you had initially left the island. In fact, looking at it, it appears to be the same boat.
Doubtful. I don't
That's
see
cool.
it.
It's
Yeah.
unrealistic. We need Diesel over here at the back on the nice red area.
I mean, the front was
True.
the red. Like, I was at the back with the wheel.
True.
True. Get back there.
Get up here, Growl. Yeah, yeah.
We're leading
Yeah.
the ship.
Well, it says it's the same, but you can tell visibly that there's some wear and tear on it. It doesn't look like it's in as pristine condition as it was when you had initially left the island. Which makes sense, as the boat kind of was put together in a shorter amount of time than one ideally would have liked.
Alright, screw your red square.
Boom.
It wants to be our final one.
Yeah. Red team can have room for one more member, but you must be worthy.
I mean,
Oh,
I
would
am
he
red-
just sit in the space?
I'm red at Essence, so
That's all. Wait, where's the cat?
Threw it over.
Where's the cat?
That is not
Cat's
here.
dead.
Sorry, I was importing magic items and I realized that their
Oh, we left
true
without that.
identity is actually
Oh.
different
Hey,
you
whoa,
go.
whoa, 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 whoa.
from what is actually being
Get out of the
displayed.
red, ma'am.
Damn.
Thank you.
am I worthy enough for being on fire?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
You're not
Hello.
weird.
The importing magic items is it
The
doesn't
council will
have
decide
the
your
same
fate.
I defer to Growl.
identity. Okay, no one's listening. Never mind.
I'm listening. I doesn't have the importing magic items doesn't have the same identity.
Yeah, as is actually shown.
Like that's that's very weird.
If you import Azamar crystal, it shows us as like a Zorian, whatever crystal.
I think that's what it originally was.
Yeah,
when we got
so
edited.
it doesn't. I don't know if that was intended or not.
Oh, interesting.
So it's showing what it's not, essentially.
I will need to fix that then, huh?
Wait, you
Yeah,
can
I-
import it? I've been trying to, but I can't import it.
Yeah, I did
You
that
just
one
drag,
manually.
you just drag it and drop it.
Drag and drop? So high tech.
Yeah, but
We're in the
it's
future.
like if Jay has edited the item itself, it's not gonna work.
Because it imports the original instead of new. That is fascinating.
Oh yeah, it's like completely different.
Huh. Well, that's
I'll take
Good to know.
crystal anyway.
oh, don't take crystal.
Oh.
So what can we see?
Out in every direction right now, it appears to be open ocean. Lovely.
And you can see some beautiful red paint.
At least it's a nice clear day out. That's nice.
Can I see if there's anything in the ocean? Like no more tentacles?
Growl, you look over the edge to see if there's some tentacles that you can witness down below. But it seems like it's a pretty open ocean and the water is nice and clear. You are able to fairly easily see fish down below, or the occasional other marine life.
Oh, I want fish. Who can fish?
I was just checking the weather real quick.
Supposedly the cat should be able to fish. Whether
Alright,
the cat
game
can
over.
actually
Alright,
fish or
throw the
not.
cat in.
mean-
Wait a minute.
Looking with your Druid craft, Georgira, it seems like it's going to be a nice sunny day. Nice and clear.
Okay. I mean, I could try to attract any fish with this also, if they happen to get within 30 feet.
You monster.
You're going to gently call some fish to you?
I mean, sure.
I'll be
Sure.
right at-
Hold on,
Yeah.
technically
Wow,
you're a
that's
turtle,
fucked
so
up.
couldn't you just
That's
jump in the water and
Fucked
chase him?
up.
I mean,
What'd you say, Luzuli?
I mean, technically he's a turtle, so he can just jump in the water and just chase him.
I don't have a swim speed.
Oh, never mind. You just float.
Not that kind of turtle.
I mean, like, turtles are more like tortoises than turtles, I think. In that they're like land, not sea. Because for some reason they don't get a swim speed as part of the race.
Very interesting and strange.
Can I tie some rope to an arrow and try and like arrow fish them?
Nice.
Well, in order. First, Georgira, you go ahead and use your magic to try and call over some of the fish. And indeed, they populate over. You know, just fish, 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 fish. They, Now we're at the base of the boat there.
There's a seagull. I see it flying.
Would you go for some chicken?
I want it. Oh no, it's gone.
I imagine like Dojira used to cheat fishing like this back when he was a sailor too.
Yes, and so Yuki, with your spear arrow, it's easy enough to spear one of the fish that had been called over by Georgira. You monster.
I was gonna say, can I change it? I'm thinking about it. We don't.
Okay.
I've got provisions and such. Like, I don't need a fish. He
No,
does.
no. Well, we save our rations for later. Nice seagull,
Yeah,
by the way.
exactly.
Yeah.
Speaking of rations, you do you're I believe you had brought on boxes, right, or at least one box of provisions.
Yeah,
There's,
we
like,
brought
fruit and
some.
stuff.
We brought what we could. I don't know how much exactly though, unless someone wrote it down.
It was a decent amount, not like a huge amount, but you do see that there's provisions, although you haven't opened them yet. The container with them all is right there.
See, I see.
Nameless peeks into it to check on their state.
It is almost completely gone. There is very little remaining.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's why we're calling fish.
Alright,
That's it.
we fish!
Yukishana, a moral quandary presents itself. These fish arrived here with a certain expectation of safety and comfort from their fellow druid. The arrow, however, bellies a hunger for seafood.
I mean, you say that like this is the first fucking time I've done that. I called a squirrel over to be of the Mothcat's lunch in the first session.
It's true.
Ah.
Once you commit something evil, it's a little easier to do it on subsequent times.
Exactly.
Yukishana will just offer the bow to someone else. She's not taking the shot.
Okay, let's just stab it.
How would you like
I mean,
to?
Nameless will just, just reach out, mage paw, scoop it out of the water onto the boat, flopping, kill it cat style.
How heavy is the fish?
Certainly not 10 pounds, I don't think.
Mage handed? Yeah, mage hand.
Yeah. All right. So,
Mage paw to scoop it up.
Lazuli, will you be joining them and trying to scoop up fish with your mage hand?
With mage hand.
All right. The fish are scooped out by magical forces beyond our comprehension, as they are progressively and aggressively stabbed and/or pounced on the ship. They are delicious.
Yum 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 yum. Oh,
We
actually,
even
Nameless
have
doesn't even have to kill his
portable
fish. He
stove,
just like flops on it and
Say
absorbs
what?
it.
I was saying like we even have a portable stove in Lazuli.
Portable stove.
Damn.
Yes, that certainly helps. That certainly helps satiate some of the hunger that you were feeling. You're less hungry. That's nice.
Because we should try and figure out a direction. I'm just not sure how.
Does anyone have a cartographer's tools?
Oh fuck! I should have.
What is that?
I was planning on buying navigator's tools
Ma-
in this store.
We just look at the sun.
Did you intend to buy it beforehand? I mean, if you did, then it's
Yeah.
fine. You can just go for it.
Because like, I do have navigator's tools proficiency. Because
Yeah, so it'd be a bit odd to get that without, the necessity
No,
for it.
He just knows how to use it.
I'm just looking for it in the equipment shop right now.
I use chef. I forgot to use chef.
These cost 25 gold, seriously?
Hera will do the thing where you lick your finger and hold it up. Which direction is the wind going?
The wind right now, it's like kind of in the same direction that you see those clouds blowing, which is to the southwest.
I think
Yeah.
we should just go with the wind. Surely it'll move us the fastest.
Are the birds like collectively going in a specific direction, or no?
Do you have nature,
I have
nature,
and survival.
nature and survival? Yes. Following along, like while your companions are dining on some luxurious seafood, you go and see if the birds are exhibiting any kind of interesting migratory patterns, or look like some of them are going in a particular direction. Checking the birds out, it seems as if more than none of them seem to be going northwest. Sorry.
I'll point out their patterns because birds usually they can't fly forever, so they have to have a good reason to go somewhere.
I'm just thinking in terms of like, can I just determine where we are?
How would you like to attempt this?
I mean, there is one of the things under Navigator's tool says you can discover your position on a nautical chart.
Do you have a nautical chart present?
I mean, that's part of the Navigator tools, I assume.
Okay.
Uh,
All right. So
navigator tools include a sextant, which would allow you to determine decently where you are even in daytime. So
okay. So you go ahead and use your navigator's tools to help and bring out a chart from Faerun or the Forgotten Realms or such, and begin plotting to see if you can determine exactly where you are. Go ahead and make no, there's no need for a check because you have the time, right? Nothing's pressing you. Using your nautical tools, it becomes apparent that this position doesn't seem to match anywhere that actually exists, right? As you're looking through for anything that matches all the signs, nothing succeeds on there. The only thing that you do know is that this seems to be somewhere in the northern hemisphere, but that's about it.
Unknown waters. Uncharted, maybe even.
Nice.
Oh. My health bar vanished again.
That's what happens to people who try to figure out where they are in a nautical chart. They lose health bar privileges.
Let me see. One moment. Let's see, maybe if I just drag your token out again, it'll just fix it. Bam. Why bother trying to handle this at the root cause when I can just do it again and then never have to think about it?
Nice.
Actually, a fantastic way of living your life.
game.
I mean, I don't suppose anyone had a better idea than following the birds then.
I think it's a pretty good idea. Let's just do that.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah, I don't have any other ideas.
It's
Aqua, can you like very roughly tell what time of day it is? Like, you know, early afternoon, late afternoon?
It's definitely early afternoon. You might say like 2 p.m., 3 p.m. or so,
Okay.
or the rough equivalent of that. The one thing that seems to be making this a little bit difficult, though, your boat doesn't exactly have like rowing. You can't exactly row this boat, and right now the wind is pointing to the southwest if you are attempting to go to the northwest.
Aqua, going 90 degrees perpendicular to wind is actually the fastest way to sail. Fun fact.
Well,
Not in this water.
not in this one.
I don't know.
Hold on, I gotta change the direction of the wind. Never mind.
I actually learned that a number of years ago when I learned how to sail, because the sail is basically an airfoil, so it's fastest when you're not going directly with the wind.
Huh. Well, that's really convenient. There is no challenge here. You can try following this boat. I haven't figured out how to connect the boat with your tokens. You just gotta follow it.
Oh,
Behind him, it's okay.
Oh,
Wait for me.
No! Wait, we're losing the square. Hang on.
Save the square.
No, the square.
Keep going.
I can't bring the square in myself. No.
Why is it getting smaller? It's a
Alright.
rectangle now.
As the boat propels forward at a unreasonably fast pace, that you have to coyote time your way back onto it. You continue sailing northwest. It's a nice what elocution? It's a nice day on the open sea, so you don't encounter anything that would make things like tough, but you are sailing for a little bit, you know. It's been a few hours. Is anybody going to be searching for land at this point as well, or is it just kind of just if we bump into something, we bump into something?
We should probably be searching for land. I think
I mean, we
A
do have a
perception.
ranger with like perception expertise.
Also, worst comes to worst, we just keep following the birds. Like, eventually they'll have to find land. They can't fly forever.
That's not true.
Oh?
Oh, they swim.
They can
Seagulls?
just
there
follow
are
the water,
certain
bro.
I guess there are certain birds that rest on the water, but it's probably not a good idea with sharks around and shit.
If you think about it, they could just land on our boat. So by following them, they're less inclined to go for land because they have land coming with them.
Wow, you're so smart.
I roll for nature, Karo.
Yeah. Attributes. So I'm good at nature. Look, see? It's true.
Hey.
I mean, Karo is factually correct. Who is going to dispute them about this?
I feel like I gotta get on the sibling rivalry here. Hang on a second. What are we using? Nature?
Yo.
Nature? Alright. I'm gonna roll a 4. You're fine. I self-rolled, hang on.
Oh, he rolled a
Reveal.
question mark. Look, no one can beat me. I'm correct.
Wait, maybe this is cheating. Look at your D4.
Even with God helping you.
The D4 is already in.
Even with God helping you, I'm still defeating you in the debate.
Yeah, I have a -1 to int. So my nature check is. That's funny.
Ugh.
How do I adjust the global roll?
Why do you have
Is
a
this-
+1 to int?
Is this
Why
just like
not?
a thing now?
I could have had +1 to int or +1 to wisdom. So naturally, I chose intelligence.
That tracks, yeah, actually.
You said you're going to be searching for land. It looks like predominantly because you have special eyes.
Sure.
Eagle
Okay.
eyes.
I'll keep an eye on like the birds as well. Like if the birds are like going somewhere else or starting to become quite sparse. You know, just keeping an eye out really.
All right. Are you going to use any tools to assist with this, or are you just relying on your eyes?
Just the eyes, I think.
Just your eyes, okay? So, you rely on simply your eyes for this task. Go ahead and roll a perception check.
Sure. Yeet.
Wow.
Even a 6 is a 20.
That's pretty good.
Hey, that's
That's
pretty
pretty
good.
Why is it
Okay.
so much fun
What's
to roll the dice
1d4?
dice that are around there.
Oh, are you just shouting
1d4
guidance at them the whole time?
Guidance! No, actually, I'm meowing in like a very annoying fashion. Like, you would think that this is actually more distracting, but it's helpful somehow.
Magical meowing.
Just like satanic ritual meowing.
Yeah.
Meow 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 meow. Oh, like Call of the Lamb.
Meow. It's the Meow Mix song. Meow 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 meow. Okay.
Roll
You
it.
Yuki's dead.
Yuki is out of commission. Please try again later.
I was what one am I rolling again?
1d4.
Ah, I see.
Okay. All right, so Yuki, you go ahead and see if you're able to distinguish any kind of notable features out on the side, and lo and behold, as you're heading in that direction and following the movements of the birds, you can see something out in the horizon. It appears to be some kind of atoll.
Oh. Does Navigator's Tools have a spyglass?
I don't.
I don't. Does it not?
If you look,
Spyglasses raw are like 1,500 gold.
if you scroll up, it says sextant, compass, caliper, ruler, parchment, ink, quill.
Ah, okay. Never mind then. I'm trying to think of a pun, but I can't think of any, so... Land ho! Pointing in the direction of land.
Barring anything else, then you just land. You just the whole land. Okay, so you start heading over into that direction. As you go ahead and get closer and closer to this atoll to try and see what it is somewhat like. It's pretty small. You can kind of tell getting close that this is a fairly small looking atoll. Does everybody here knows what an atoll is? Just to be clear, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yes, chef.
Yes, sure.
Oh man.
Let me get a quick picture to copy over.
Please type word.
It's like a ring of land surrounding water in the center, and then water on the outside of that ring.
Somewhat like this, yes. Here's a nice picture.
Huh?
I don't know why it did that in Abyssal, but here we are.
Word. Can you type the actual word?
Yeah.
An Abyssal atoll. Oh no.
God just speaks to us from above and telling us what an atoll is.
Okay, I just googled it.
I just can't figure out what word Jay is saying at all.
Atoll.
Atoll.
It's an Animal Crossing. Yeah,
Wait, there are atolls in Animal Crossing?
Crossing?
I think so. I think I remember
Really?
one. Like the secret island.
I thought that was just a regular island, not a...
No, I swear you. We're
I'm just gonna
look
note
it.
that Whatever you did in Abyssal, we can't fucking read or touch it.
Yeah. So here's the crazy part. I can't read it either.
Foundry is wild.
It just looks like it just shows the abyssal symbols, but it doesn't tell me what they say. So we are being controlled by forces beyond our comprehension is kind of what I'm attempting to get at here. And God is striking me for my hubris. Meanwhile, speaking of hubris, heading over toward the atoll, you just get closer and closer to it and begin making more and more features of it as you do. One of the features is that you see that there's only a few trees over on the island. And eventually you do successfully get close enough to it. One moment.
So do you still have the from our first chapter, like the text on the scrap of paper?
Yes.
It's like I'm trying to find that, but I can't.
It should be in the journal. Does it not? I think it's because I just marked it as question mark, but I guess we should name it something.
All I see is books of Candlekeep and recap.
Huh, that is weird. I'll just name it scrap paper then, and configure ownership so that way all shall observe.
Question marks?
The
Question
marks. Treasure of the highest degree. I mean, that's just not a lot to go on.
Maybe it's like a diploma.
We might have to actually go under the sea.
Well, interesting that you say that.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I might just have this like learned.
Yeah.
Under the sea.
Wait, what was the scrap paper from?
It was in the treasure chest inside the Kraken.
Oh,
1 second, hold on. I have to
right.
improve the lighting because it just defaults that. Here's what the atoll looks like. You see that well, many atolls are kind of with dark water over in the center. You have enough people in nature here to be able to tell that something is off about this one. It is much darker than it should be.
Is it cold, perhaps?
You are here in your boat and you can.
I'm just wondering, because like that's
Hey,
just like
where's
as
our
we were
box?
talking about that scrap.
Hang on a second. Alright, we got the red box back.
The red box is very important.
Do we have an anchor?
Elocution, you go ahead and you notice that there appears to be a bird on the tree that seems unusual compared to the other birds.
Verb.
Yes, here's what they look like.
What the
Oh.
fuck is that?
I did not see the multiple eyes.
Sing.
I want to eat it.
Growl, get up here.
Oh, I've been displaced. Oh,
How do we
triangle.
stop the boat?
We could
Oh yeah,
see it.
do you have an anchor of any kind?
I don't think we ever mentioned grabbing one when we were.
Does anyone have
well-
Molder?
Wait, how far is?
We could have Jojiro
Okay,
turn to a
let's
turtle
just-
shell and then just use that as an anchor.
You just come out to here, grab a bag, grab some sand, tie a rope to the sand.
Why don't we just tie it to a tree?
bag. We can also just tie it to a tree, but
I mean, that seems reasonable.
Yeah, tying it to a tree seems like probably the most reasonable of those.
we're gonna need an anchor eventually, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Probably, but I don't think we have heavy enough materials for an anchor currently.
Do we
so-
have any way of like looking into this thing. Like, I don't know if we have like any sources of like light that we could try to shine down there or anything.
They don't have the light cantrip.
I don't. Lazuli might.
What's up?
Light. You have it.
The cantrip.
Yeah, I do.
You could try
Okay.
casting it on something and tossing it into the water over there.
Then it won't be dark
we
anymore.
have-
And there won't be treasure in it.
True. It does have to be the
Fades
darkest depth.
away.
Then we'll turn off the light afterwards. Easy.
We get something I can
Oh,
attach a
okay.
light to?
Good point.
Yeah, we can put it on an arrow. Fire it.
That works.
Okay, so you place a light on an arrow and then you shoot it into the atoll. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess technically you're not shooting it into the atoll. You're shooting it into the. You know what I mean. You shoot the arrow there into the water of the atoll, and it is a fairly clear day, so you can kind of see it fly into the water and begin to sink and sink and sink. With your nature proficiency, you know atolls aren't usually like atrociously deep, only about 150 feet maybe at their deepest parts. And so you await to see when this arrow hits the bottom of that as it continues to sink and sink and
Wait, we
sink.
can just see through the water?
It's a nice clear day,
Nice.
and the water is clear.
That is alarming in and of itself, right?
Is it? No.
mean,
Open
I guess
sea is
it's-
usually if you're out in the open sea, you can usually see 300 to 400 feet down, because they're
Wait,
the only
really?
the only reason ocean water is not clear is because when you're near land, there's a lot of filtrants that get into the water and muck it up. But when you're out in the ocean sea, like on the open sea, you can see hundreds of feet down.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Interesting.
And so the arrow goes and goes and goes and goes and goes and goes, and it's still falling, or as it were, it just keeps sinking until eventually you cannot see the light of it anymore. It is gone.
I mean, if we do want to explore it, I did fucking learn water breathing just because I knew y'all were gonna insist on boat time.
Hell yeah! All right. First things first.
Always.
First things first, though. I am just gonna get off the boat and bring the rope over to this tree if nobody has any objections.
Yeah, go for
that
it.
seems like a good first step. We should probably
Uh,
explore the atoll itself before jumping in the middle, though.
Yeah.
Never know.
That's a good idea.
Once you tie it to the tree, I'll come on over as well.
Yeah.
Whee!
Right, you could go ahead and draw a tide there if you'd like to, or don't. I'm not your mom.
Yeah, elocution. I went on a sailing trip down to an island off the Florida Keys, and the whole way down there's like these 100-foot tall like navy beacons, and it's like 100 foot out of the water, but you can see down. In total, the pole is like 400, 500 feet tall, and you can see the bottom, and so you can see like all the barnacles that are building up on it the whole way down. It's so fucking cool.
Cool.
So what is the bird doing?
Shit, Cloak of the Manta Ray is now a very rare item.
Yeah, it's because it's non-attunement, and Aqua was doing horrible things to the non-attunement items.
So how much
Bye.
does it cost now?
I don't think the cost has been updated yet, right? At least I don't.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you can have it for this book because it's cheap.
But no, I have not checked it yet. I will at some point go ahead and get a final price point on it. But that already kind of gives an idea of what the price range will kind of be like if you already know what the what do we call it is, right?
Very rare
Item
now.
I will no longer get. Okay, that's unfortunate.
Very rare, isn't it? I think.
Yeah, you changed it to very rare, so I'm gonna assume it's gonna be like 10,000.
Yeah, I think with the price guide, it's going to be somewhere in the tens of thousands. Okay. What the Growl? You asked, what is the bird doing, right? Which is
Yeah,
an age-old
I wanna
question.
eat it. Can I eat it?
It is a question very similar to asking what the dog be doing, and one that has pondered and stumped philosophers for much of existence.
Eat
You
the
gave Sean a
bird.
good try talking to it.
You want to
Um,
talk to it? It's not food.
I'm currently figuring a way to get out of the boat without touching the water. Give me a second.
Wait,
Oh, Crumble.
do
Yuki.
Oh, true. You are made out of paper, huh?
Can we
Wait,
like?
Your
wait,
weight
I
is not
thought-
a lot, so I could probably carry you over.
Wait, what happened when
Oh, yeah.
when you put water from the well on yourself?
It sort of felt like a dead leg, but I didn't specifically tell people that. That's more just a
Okay. But do we know that your skin feels like paper?
yes.
We know that.
So your
What is the-
natural
what
predator
is
is now
the-
water? That's crazy.
What does
And
a
we
dead
immediately
leg feel
devote
like?
time.
What do you mean?
Like
Pins and needles, static.
Like
Yeah.
dead leg?
yeah, surely not a dead leg. Like pins and needles. Like if you sat on your foot for too long.
Oh, I didn't know that was a term for that. Okay, pins and needles.
Yeah.
Pins and needles.
Yeah.
Well,
My
like-
definition of dead leg is very different from your definition of dead leg. Like it was like a little like your arm just feels dead? Question mark.
Well, surely
Yeah.
Yuki-chan is a dexterous
Only
character.
when
Maybe we
there's
could figure out some bullshit with a rope to help you get across this.
We can't move the boat closer. I mean, there's still water here.
Yeah, you could.
I could. Can I carry you, Shanna?
How deep is this bit?
It's coastal deep, so yes, if your boat was a little closer, Growl would be able to simply carry you over.
I will
Does
note that
fireman
I am
carry her?
taller and stronger.
As such.
Oh yeah, Joe isn't Joe like 7 feet or something? 6
Yep.
feet.
7 feet
Oh
tall.
yeah.
Okay.
You ride the turtle.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can give you a piggyback, so you shouldn't get wet at all.
Cool. I'll take that offer.
Growl, your opportunity to piggyback Yuki-shana has been taken from you on this day.
It's okay. I want the bird as well.
You look at the bird, Growl, and the bird isn't looking at you. It has 4 eyes, so it's kind of hard to tell what it's looking at any one time. Plus, they're like beady bird eyes as well. But it's a bird, and it's doing bird things on top of this palm tree that's like 20 feet off the ground.
Oh. It looks so delicious.
What was that?
Nothing. Yuki-shana, you are carried, moved, assisted across with no further incident.
Like to get clamber down, or like serious, or like jump down. I'll go over to where Growl is and sort of see what they're doing.
Oh, do you think we could eat that bird?
Didn't you just eat some fish?
But that's bird. It's not fish.
I mean, if you want, you can eat the bird.
So no objections, yeah? Can I grab a coconut?
The coconuts are in the tree. If you are able to climb up the tree, you will be able to grab a coconut.
Should we be killing the birds?
I mean, that's why I assumed we were talking to it before we were going to do anything.
Does anyone have speak with animals?
I'm pretty sure Yuki-shana does.
I can. I'll just like put one arm up to Growl's, like, just maybe it might know something. Just
Oh, okay.
hold on.
Okay. But I get dibs on the legs.
I was gonna say, like, at this point, information is more useful than bird legs.
All right. I'd like to telepathically reach out to it and say, "Hello."
How much range does your telepathy have again?
I think
One
it's
time.
sight-based.
It's 10 times level.
Wait, isn't your Kalashtar sight-based?
No. it's
No.
sometimes level.
Yes. Yeah. I think you've got to see them, but the range is 10 times level.
Yep.
And it's an action to get them to be able to speak back, which I will do if they can understand the language.
Okay. So let's see. You go ahead and get close enough to activate your telepathic shenanigans with the bird. Now hold on, I received a message.
Awesome. Also, while that has a message, can I like wave over one of the more charismatic people to like, tell me what to say to it?
Oh, charismatic? Not me.
Like,
Not
like
unless you want intimidation. I can help.
I'll wander up.
I
Howdy.
I have charisma. I don't know how much Kara has.
I think elocution and I have roughly the same amount. I have 17.
Okay. I have 16. So same.
Yukishana, you telepathically commune with the bird. The bird goes, "Hi, nobody else is here."
Elocution,
Well,
let's go.
that's
Let's be good cop.
suspiciously-
Good cop, bad cop, alright?
What? I mean, hi. I didn't ask that.
No, good. One thing is standing out to you, at least, Yukishana. Most animals are actually really bad at having conversations, because typically they're more concerned with food than anything else. So it's actually unusual that it can even speak to you coherently.
So, if so, is it lonely out here? Are you lonely?
Yes, very. All the time. Because there is nobody else here.
Ask them if they eat people. Accuse them of eating people.
Bad cop, you're up.
Accuse them of eating people. And if they deny it, press them and tell them to prove that they don't.
Elocution can do that one. Elocution can be bad cop.
Elocution, how would you like to attempt being a bad cop that attempts to make somebody defend themselves against an accusation of consuming the flesh of other human beings?
Are you guys okay?
We're interrogating the bird.
Do we have any fish left? Maybe the bird might like fish.
You could ask it where it was like a week ago and make it seem like there was a murder.
All right, Elocution, you attempt to intimidate the bird if you would like. Otherwise, you simply ask the question that you are asking, which is, you don't see many people around here, and ask the bird if they know anything about that. Okay, do not intimidate. I see many people. I see many people. There's you, and the person next to you, and the ones next to you, and that guy over there, and the fire one over there.
I mean, if you want to ask it just a regular question, you could ask what's in the big hole of infinite darkness.
I'll ask it if it's been in the deep water in the center.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, it's got fish in it, and big. It's like, what do you call them? Dolphins, and manta rays, and these things, and it kind of like makes like a little kind of wiggle motion with its wings to indicate like it's looking like it's trying to imitate like a tentacle.
I see. Do we have fish still from when the crew are fishing?
I didn't eat any, so.
Unclear. I'm pretty sure we ate them, but
I see.
Good crap.
So it's just you alone.
Yes. Yes.
No one else.
Nobody else. Just me.
Just you. Not even
Just
us.
me.
Just you.
I mean, if you wanted
They
to,
ponder 5 seconds.
you could ask it specifically about like treasure.
Treasure. Do you have any treasure around her?
Yes. There's treasure. It's definitely inside of that hole. Just stick your face in it and just keep going down until you see it.
Everyone's grabbing coconuts.
You're going to need to get the coconut out of the tree, Diesel, which is up there, pretty high up.
Can I climb the tree?
Oh,
You-
shake it.
You can absolutely climb this tree if you would like. You are strong enough to.
Can I cast
Hell yeah, I'll climb the tree.
Beast Sense?
You climb the tree and grab a coconut, Diesel, while you cast it to be sense. Would you remind me what that spell does?
Yeah, I'm just reminding myself what it does as well.
You were casting a spell and you forgot what it did.
That's,
It's
I
one of the,
respect that.
it's
You
one of
have
the
to
ones that
touch
gives you.
the bird. It's touch
it-
range.
Uh...
It also requires a willing beast, which it might not be.
Oh, I thought it was like you sense beasts if they're in an area. Okay, you know what? Never mind. That is not how I thought the spell
You
did.
thought beast sensed beast? Look at this clown.
Wow, what a
I'm being.
How
What an abs-
unreasonable can you be?
what a novel.
I'd like to ask it how it gets its food.
I'm telling you, it eats people.
Shush, shush. I'm still trying to shoo Caro away. Shoo.
Caro has a goofy smile on his face. It's just saying more inane bullshit. What? I'm the bad cop.
You're not speaking to it. Okay, try speaking to it. Go ahead. Ask it your questions.
I will walk up to it and just go, because I'm assuming while it's been talking to Yuki, what we've been hearing is just like caw, you know.
Hello.
It's been responding telepathically.
Hello.
Hello.
In that
Wow.
case, I will
Hello.
walk up to it, look at it, and just go, caw, caw.
It calls back. Caw. Hey, caw.
I'll incite it.
You incite the cawing. Inciting this Caro, you can't quite tell if this bird is lying or not.
Oh, God.
I'll narrow my eyes and turn back to you. It's hard to read.
Is it? That's straight.
Atherion, you arrive from the ship, having woken up from your slumber, to see that your party members appear to be getting defeated by a bird.
We're not getting
Physically or
defeated.
mentally?
We're interrogating it successfully.
I mean,
they're being
is it
defeated mentally but not physically.
Exactly.
Okay.
I'll bring up the image so that way you can also see the bird that is currently being suspect of interrogation right now.
It has
Dudes,
eyes.
anyone with nature knowledge recognize that kind of bird?
I don't know, Aqua, does anyone with nature not?
Those with nature knowledge recognize that this is a mollymawk.
Should I? Should
What's
I
a
cast
mollymawk?
speak with animals?
Yuki already did, but
Oh, okay. It didn't work.
no,
no,
Yuki's been
we're just
talking
doing-
to it.
Oh.
Elocution and I are just playing good cop, bad cop.
So
Oh,
what
okay.
is a mollymawk?
It's a type of bird.
He's a tiefling.
Oh, what was that?
He's a tiefling. A fancy tiefling.
Fancy.
So we recognize it's a mollymawk, but none of us know anything about mollymawks.
You know that mollymawks are birds that are located around coastal areas, and they can fly and they have wings, as birds
We-
wont to do.
Do we
They
know
can
if
fly
he'll give
and
us
they have
food
wings.
poisoning
Oh, okay.
if we eat
I was
it?
worried that they could fly, but they didn't have wings.
Are mollymawks famous for having like 4 eyes?
No, mollymawks are very much not known for having 4 eyes.
Then is it really a mollymawk?
It's
that's
definitely a mollymawk with 4 eyes.
I
will
think
let,
it might be mollymawk.
I will let Yuki Shana shoo me away, and I'll head over here.
Haha,
Wait,
I'm getting
no.
impatient. What's the bird saying?
God. Jake,
As
Jake, I need you to right-click your character, click the rainbow on the top right, and then click red.
I was
Right,
wondering
click
about
your
that just
character,
now.
Rainbow in the top right. Oh shit!
Let's go!
Red.
Alright, we're
Let's
the 3 of us
go.
are keeping this now.
Bro,
Red
oh my
game.
God, being able to see everybody's cursors is like there's a swarm of mosquitoes following us around.
It's awesome. I personally like when I get to like chase somebody down. God, I'm attacking Andrew right now. Hello, Andrew.
What? No, run away.
Get him, boys.
Ah,
Tackled. Jadira, as you make your way down over to the side of the atoll, you see that the Mollymock is just kind of flying a little ahead of you in that direction as you seem to be trying to make your way there. Oh, the other way?
Yeah, like I went past this water area here, and I had walked around the entire atoll. So like I was just coming up on the left side for the first time.
Is there a black hole in the middle of the atoll?
It's something. It's
Deep
Yeah, it
water.
goes like super deep. We're gonna go down there eventually, I think.
Give me just a second.
How would I go in right now? I'll just jump in.
We don't know what that will do.
Oh.
Yeah.
You could just
Um,
die.
And
But there's
Jojira
a
has
chance
water
that we do
breathing
it,
prepared, so
we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, Jojira, then as you make your way over from the other side, you see that the Mollymock goes and flies down over to here as if it's trying to just kind of get a closer look at what you're up to.
Oh, I'm looking towards the center, thinking.
As it flies away, can I just like call out to it, just in common? That's rude. I was talking to you.
What happened?
Wait, do you speak of animals still, Yuki?
I didn't cast speed bounds. I was doing it
Okay.
by telepathy.
oh, okay. I thought
But
you
that-
Then it
in common.
Then it calls at you as you speak to it in common.
Where did the bird go?
down
It's right
here.
here.
Oh, down there.
So, just for reference, if you do go in the water, I am casting light on you specifically. So you emit up to 40 meters of light while you're in there.
I mean, you could put it on my crab, I guess.
I'll walk up to you, just be like, "Are you about to jump in? Cause I kind of want to go for a swim."
I was thinking of having my crab go in first, because they can see in darkness, they can swim, then they breathe water.
I can see
Hey, I can do
darkness.
2 of those things.
I'm okay at swimming. I almost drowned as a kid, but
It's true. I remember. Actually, wait, Caro. Which of our characters is older?
aren't you?
I think so. I can't remember. Yeah.
You're
that's right.
older.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
older. I'm younger.
Yeah.
It'd be weird if he was older, but you weren't younger.
You know what happens sometimes.
Well, there's also a middle sibling.
Yes, there is a
Between
middle
us.
sibling. So that's why I mentioned being younger.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
As you figure out your sibling dynamics there, the Mollymock does not seem to be interfering with you in any way as you're, looking into this big hole right here.
Oh, is the crab?
And it looks like, Jujura, you were sending Joe in?
Yep.
No, Joe.
We do have familiar telepathy, so with 100 feet we can still communicate.
Okay,
While
give
this
me a
is going
second.
on, can I just keep watching the bird? I want to see where it's looking.
Yeah, it just kind of is looking over at all of you. Like, just left and right. Okay. As Joe descends down, how far does your telepathy with Joe extend?
100 feet, and they also have 30 feet of blind sight.
Okay. So Joe heads on down, and Joe can see some of the fish that are around here, just kind of swimming on by. And Joe notices that all the fish here have 4 eyes as well.
Ah,
Go.
interesting.
That's
Hmm.
Do any of us have
odd.
4 eyes?
That's definitely something I'm going to use the elocution relay for.
You know, this is basically the plot of SpongeBob SquarePants because all of the fish in SpongeBob are irradiated, like nuclear waste fish.
I was about to say, like, with Arcana Prof, does that seem significant? Like, are these perhaps aberrations rather than beasts?
Aberrations are often known for having more than your typical number of eyes. So it's not outside the realm of possibility, but outside of their eyes, nothing about the Mollymock has indicated that it is. but a mollywog. Aberrations are typically more tentacly and scaly and slimy.
Maybe your crab can catch a fish and bring it back, and then we can dissect it and see if its insides are normal. I know that's kind of gruesome, but that is I feel like that would be a really good way to find out if they're just normal fish with 4 eyes for some reason.
I don't think my familiar Oh, he knows the languages I do, I think? I'm not sure. I need to go look up how familiars work again.
I thought it was that they can understand your languages, but they can't speak anything.
I'm looking it up.
I mean, you can definitely request. Your familiars are intelligent enough to try little commands. Out above the telepathic. Oh, okay. Yeah, because you have elocution as your radio.
Like, I actually don't see anything with languages in the Find Familiar spell.
It's okay. You got the relay system. I'd like to think that elocution sometimes plays radio songs for everybody, and also has commercials.
Oh,
Wow. Do they at least get paid for the product placement?
Yes, they get paid by you have to pay them to make them stop. That's how they get paid. You go ahead and relay. Joe is able to accept your command. We built this city. Would you like Joe to make their attempt to grab a fish?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Joe can. Let's see how quickly Joe is able to succeed at this task. Joe may attempt a survival check. Also, I'm sorry, but I can't say Joe without this instinct inside me welling to say mama following it, but there's no appropriate context for that, but I felt that it was important for you to know.
Like, in my mind, it's supposed to be like the draconic word for wisdom.
Joe mama is the draconic word for wisdom.
No, just Joe,
Got
J-O.
Yo, mama. Got it.
Wisdom mama. It's like, I've been restraining from saying it so much, and then everyone's just saying it the worst.
I know, it's okay, now, let's get it all out of our system now. So we don't interrupt an very, very important plot moment with a stupid Joe Mama joke.
I still
I
get
didn't-
interrupted with one.
I didn't think about the possibilities for Joe Mama jokes at all when I was picking.
Really?
No, like, I was just trying to make it part of my name so that my name meant, like, something along the lines of, like, wise something.
Huh. More like a wise guy.
Wise guy.
Alright, that's the last name joke. You go ahead. And Joe, did Joe make the roll?
There is a 9 on a wisdom in the chat.
Alright. Joe did not successfully catch a fish this first time. They were a little bit faster than Joe is. They can attempt again.
I mean, familiars have ass stats.
Oh shit.
Oh, but the
Ooh.
D20's not ass.
Yeah. It takes Joe a little while, right?
They get guidance.
If you are willing to go into the water, Joe,
Oh.
it is not impossible to give the meow mix guidance.
A wet
Like,
shadow cat.
before they went in there.
So this survival check isn't like, a one event. It's like over the course of a number of minutes to determine how long it takes.
Okay, probably not then.
It's not worth the effort.
Yeah. Not worth the effort. Just a familiar.
Okay. You go ahead, and as Joe comes back after about 10 minutes, the mollywog hasn't really moved anywhere this whole time as Joe retrieves the fish. Joe's got a fish pretty solidly inside of their pincer-like grip, as you can see more clearly now that yes, this fish definitely has 4 eyes on it, and is attempting to wiggle free from Joe's grasp.
Like, Crab Friend is
Hey.
going to be, like, holding that up proudly.
Aqua, I have a question. While this is going on, can I go do a little better job with the red paint on the boat? I do have painter's tools.
Go ahead and use wisdom, intelligence, or dexterity to determine how well you can get some accurate red paint on here. Now that you have some time.
That would be.
Or rather, how quickly you can do it, because you will succeed eventually, right? It's just, how fast can you do it while Joe's getting some fish?
Do that.
You're not entirely done by the time Joe is returned with their fish, but it's getting there.
Perfection.
I suppose I can. I should have cast this earlier. I'm gonna cast Detect Magic and see if anything pops up about this fish.
This fish does not appear to be radiating magic.
It does appear to be radiating radiation.
Sniffs the fish, even though they cannot smell.
I've got
Just
Arcana
radiation can
and
give you
Nature,
radiation
but that's
poisoning.
all.
You can detect poison, detect radiation.
I think radiation is actually radiant in D&D.
Yeah, for some reason. There are, for example, solar dragons that have immunity to radiant damage, but not to fire damage, despite living in the sun canonically.
That's weird.
Yeah, that's because the
Interesting.
sun is blessed and holy. Oh wait, hold on, wrong place.
Wrong character.
Wrong temple.
Oh yeah. Or like with my Arcana and Nature knowledge, like do I recognize anything about this weird fish?
With your nature knowledge, it becomes pretty clear that this fish, outside of having 4 eyes, is pretty normal by fish standards. I don't know, I'm not a oceologist, so I don't know what type of fish one might find inside of an atoll, but it's what you might expect, just with 4 eyes. And also, it's just continuously trying to wiggle free from Joe's grasp.
Yeah. Anyone have anything they want to do with it?
Cut it in half and see what's inside.
You're free to do that if that's what you want to do.
Kara wants to go swimming. He's ready.
Birds
I
have
would
more
like
rights
to,
than fish.
I would like to cut the fish open and see if it's normal inside.
Would Joe like to hand the fish over to Darion then? Joe gives fish. Darion, the crab has blessed thee with fish of the 4-eyed variety.
Awesome. I will.
I just...
Yeah, I mean, I'll take it over to the sand, and I will. I don't know. Can I find a rock or something to cut it open so I don't get sand in it?
Okay, so you're just going to lay the fish down on a rock and then attempt to cut into it?
Yeah, I mean, I can hold it. Surely I can hold it down with one hand, gripped around its tail, so that way it can't get free, and then I can use my knife to open it.
Alright, gripping down the fish on its tail, you see that it's able to... something that seems a little bit odd by fish standards. So, here's like the rock, right? You might expect that by holding it down by the tail, the fish would kind of just flop around like this, like on the rock, right? With the rest of its body. This fish, with its tail held, seems to be flopping as if it's upward. Like it's able to flop at a 90-degree angle.
Sorry, what? Huh?
Oh, I see.
I don't see.
That's really weird.
I don't. Wait, huh?
He's drawing on the map, and he's just showing.
So basically,
So imagine a flopping on the ground, but imagine it's doing that, like with its face
Vertically.
pointing to the sky. Yeah.
While its tail is being held down.
I'll ask Lazuli if he can help me hold this fish down.
I can do you one. Yeah, I'll mage hand it.
oh, you just like
'Cause I don't want to touch the fish. I don't want
bash
radiation.
it first, just kill it.
Alright, the fish has been laid down perfectly horizontally onto the rock, and you cut into the fish. Therion, you have made some nice sashimi now.
So it's just a normal fish.
It's a pretty normal fish by fish standards, yes.
All right. Well, we have sashimi, so there's nothing. I'll tell everybody else that there's nothing weird about the fish other than that it has 4 eyes.
Huh.
So can I eat this one?
At least not so far as its anatomy.
I'm gonna go back.
What if
to
we go
Atoll.
like to the edge of the atoll and look at the fish there? Do those fish have 4 eyes too? Like the outer edge.
The outer edge? No, they appear to have 2 eyes as you see them pretty reasonably. And Growl consumes the sashimi. The Mollywalk follows you, Jorjira, as you're moving around the atoll.
Yeah, like I'm just scanning this whole area with detect magic.
The Mollywalk follows you around as you do.
We might have to just take a dive and see what's in there.
I mean, yeah, like I'll cast water breathing on all of us.
Fuck.
And we can go in.
I'm ready.
I don't know what that one.
Wait,
No, yeet.
Oh, it's not.
What's the worst that could possibly happen?
I go out.
Suck it up, Charmander.
That's fine.
Wow.
Hey, are you
I'm
playing
ready,
the
flamboyant
custom
bard.
race?
He's a fire
You're
Ganassi.
wait. Huh?
Yeah, he's a fire Ganassi.
Ganassi.
Yeah, but fire
Um,
Ganassi don't have
technically-
like a thing where like they go out when they touch fire, water.
No, not mechanically.
This one does.
Oh,
She just goes bored.
I guess you can
Yeah.
sit on the beach and AFK for the rest of the session.
Wow.
oh,
Yeah.
damn.
So inclusive.
Been shunned aside.
But no, you don't like die or anything. You just do something worse. You become bald. Yeah.
Wait, hold up a second. Hold up. What do you mean bald person down?
I'm assuming I detected nothing.
Aqua, I'm bald.
Aqua's just a hater.
The only thing that suck is what happens to my magic. Considering I'm fire and water.
Well, have
So,
magic if you're
under-
bald.
So creatures that
Creatures
are
water resistant to fire. That's pretty much it.
yes. However, being a fire adept allows you to circumvent resistance. You are just that good.
Yeah.
Right? You've practiced enough at being good with fire that you aren't going to say like find yourself unable to succeed under the water because you're too good at it. Okay, 1 second while I look something up. Are you doing any other further preparations before you dive on down?
I was assuming we could send the crab in first because thanks to elocution, she can apparently get text back from 1,000 feet down.
Oh, you know what I'll do? I'll use my. Wait, have we had a rest or anything?
We long
We
rest
had
before we
one
got in
at,
here.
before we went in the book.
Okay. In that case, I will have my my what's it called? My where is it in this stupid list? I will have my primal spirit out, but I will make it a sea elemental or a sea spirit instead of a bird, since birds cannot swim.
I'm just imagining you saying like new bird, but like water bird.
Yeah.
Give me a second. I have to find something.
You could have to I'd have to roll a stealth check.
Let's see.
One moment. Where is this?
Excuse me.
I'm ready to swim, boys.
I mean, we're at a serious disadvantage fighting underwater. That's why I wanted to have our crab scout.
Yeah, and he did successfully, and there's no danger at all ever.
I mean, I was gonna have them go further down this time because elocution has a longer range than I do.
I mean, we can wait. We don't have to go down immediately.
Okay, hold on. I'm just getting this set up. Just to make sure that we're as you were preparing to sit down, because it's important to understand how aquatic rules work. Unless you have particular weapons that are suited for underwater combat, I think you have disadvantage on them, right? Is that right, Jojo?
Yeah.
Yep.
That's accurate.
Most all of the weapons that are not disadvantage are thrust-based weapons.
So spears, pretty much, and
Yeah, javelin,
Spears,
spear, trident.
javelins.
would a rapier
range-
consider that?
Rapiers, I think, are fine.
All ranged weapons automatically miss outside of their normal range unless it's a crossbow, I think.
Hold on, I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be back.
Okay. And then for I think the other thing that is perhaps reasonable U.S. adventurers that going down in here would know is that it does look very, very dark in there.
That's what the light cantrip is for.
So who has the light on them?
I do.
Although,
His crab does right now.
what's her face is dark vision, right?
I have
the dark
60 feet of
vision
night
spell?
vision.
The spell, I mean.
Which means we can see in color as well.
Yeah.
Colour's cool.
Also, I technically have blind fighting from the fighting style, so.
I also have 60 feet of regular dark vision.
Anyways,
Great.
and I'm also, of course, I'm going to be giving us all the ability to breathe underwater.
Okay, 1 second.
I accuse the bird of hiding something.
You would like to make an accusation?
J'accuse.
Cue the Phoenix Wright music.
You attempt to make an accusation against the bird. Make a would you like to make this accusation in an intimidating manner, one might say?
Good question. I guess the other would be persuasion, wouldn't it? Yeah, sure, why not?
Would you like to add any facts or logics into this accusation, or would you like to simply just say, I accuse you of hiding something, and that's it?
I'd like to imply, I'd like to make it seem like I know that they're lying, even if I don't know if they're lying or not.
Alright, go ahead and make that.
You know when you try and if someone is perhaps a bit of nervous disposition and they're lying, when confronted by authority, they might own up to it, even if they don't necessarily have proof. Kind of like that.
Yeah, bluffing.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, this is a random fucking bird.
It's a random bird who can speak relatively normally and immediately said no one else is here. That's kind of suspicious. And it has 4 eyes.
And it's
Alright.
following us.
This is the plot of SpongeBob. This thing's just irradiated. It's just radiation.
This is
It does
Bikini
weird
Bottom
shit.
we're jumping into.
Yeah. Okay. Bikini Bottom is under Bikini Atoll. That's what Bikini Bottom is under. It's under an atoll.
You're a bikini
Okay.
bottom.
But
So
Oh.
I'm telling you, this is the plot of
Captain
SpongeBob.
narrating is the same one as that sings the opening song.
True. Wait a second. So true.
Alright, make your accusation, and with all of the facts and logic is applied at the end, Yukishana, you have advantage on this as well.
alright. Pog? How do I roll this with advantage? Clearly not like that, it seems. Oh my god, the last.
Give me a second.
Wait, who's the narrator of this book?
Aqua.
Captain Tortuga.
Tortuga. Oh my god, Captain Turtle?
I'm pretty sure it's Aqua.
Wait. If Jojira has a sailor background and is a turtle, are you also Captain Tortuga?
I was not the one wearing the captain's outfit in this book. That was Lazuli.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, somehow I
That's so fucked up
acquired it.
because you could literally be Captain Tortuga. What the fuck?
Mutiny.
That's racist.
How is that racist?
Is he just because they're a turtle?
No, because the word Tortuga means turtle. That's the translation. It's just Captain Turtle.
Yukishana, so you made an 11 on this intimidation check. Let me Let me check something.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Don't worry
Okay.
about it. We're just shaking down a bird.
Nah, nothing has changed.
It's gonna like stand scarily behind Shana. Intimidate the bird a bit more.
Oh, you're adding to the intimidation factor. Does it growl?
Yes,
Do you have proficiency of intimidation?
I sure do.
All right, you can go ahead and make an
My
intimidation check too. The Jukishana might need it.
Why are we intimidated?
Pretty good.
All right, so Yukishana, it seems that the bird tries to ignore your words, despite the ample evidence you've presented. But Growl, your presence there seems to make the bird nervous, as it squawks out the. You don't know how to speak of animals, right? So you don't know what it's saying.
I don't know anything.
Does anybody have speak of animals on right now?
I mean,
Does
I could
Yukishana?
put it on, like,
I
sure.
mean, I can put it on if you don't want to.
I mean, yeah, well, sure. I mean, we can use it for free anyway because of like the
Oh,
range
right.
of the thing. So,
Right.
huzzah, sure, why not? If it's gonna start speaking, not telepathically, I will.
Yeah, so you're verbally confronting it now. As you hear the bird say, "No, I'm not lying, hiding anything. There's nobody here. It's just me."
While the bird's distracted, can I sneak into their shadow?
Uh,
The fuck?
it's 20 feet up into the air, on this tree.
I mean, that's fine.
It would be fairly tough to try, but you can make a stealth check to see what you
If
do.
you guys can scare the bird so that the shadow is moved slightly away from the tree, I can get in.
I can throw a firebolt into the tree.
What the
Okay, hang
fuck?
on, hang on. Y'all can do this without throwing
I said into the.
fireballs.
I said into the tree, not at it.
That's
Also,
probably
this was
worse.
something that
If it
Yuki asked
misses
me
it-
like 10 minutes ago, so has the bird moved since then?
Huh? It's been moving around, following people, just sticking, kind
Oh.
of watching the group.
Oh,
What
that's
kind of
easy
bird
then.
follows people like this?
Wait, then
It's weird.
I can just move into the shadow while it's playing around.
Sure. But Yukishana is currently interrogating it right now, as it takes some morale damage from the accusation it just took.
Am I really at disadvantage?
I don't know.
I don't know.
But you were able to, if you tried actively to do this while it was flying around, you would have, just done it. No self check really required. It's not really looking for you.
Oh, okay.
Wait,
why is it a disadvantage?
In response over to the accusation, Yuki, it's just me. There's nobody else. You can go into there, and then get eaten or something. It's okay. That's fine.
I'd like. I know you're lying, and I'd like to give it the. But you know the rock eye lift look thing.
Yeah.
I'd like to give it that.
Make a deception check, Yukishana. Or if you believe you know that they're lying, go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I don't know if they're lying. Oh my fucking god!
Growl, you may further attempt to intimidate the bird as
Yeah.
Yukishana fumbles this.
Oh, damn it.
We're clown.
Yeah, but you're a liar and I'm a liar. What does that make you and me? Huh?
Liar.
So you admit you're a liar?
No,
You just.
but if I was. Caw, caw. They say out in animal speak. They are literally saying the words caw, caw.
I'd like to turn to Growl, and in
Mhm.
common, not like quietly,
Oh,
just say, "Ugh, I guess we shouldn't tell it about the impending bomb that's going to happen here."
Wait, the what? It seems to have understood you despite speaking in common, as it says it out loud. It does not speaking in common, mind you. It's speaking bird. But it does react to you talking about this bomb.
I'll relay that part specifically across the elocution relay. This bird is sus. It just knows. It knows something.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
I mean, I don't know if it's too early for this. I do believe we could have elocution just mind read it.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Yeah, sure, elocution do that. Magic's great, though.
I like to think that Diesel's over here painting the boat, watching while scream at a bird, like, what's going on over there?
And I thought I was drunk.
Is that what you're doing over there?
Yeah, I'm painting the
he's
boat
painting
red.
the boat red.
Oh,
So,
I
while
was
we,
in-
while we,
Hey!
while we took our long rest, I bought painter's supplies and used trance to gain proficiency with painter's supplies. So now I am proficiently painting the boat red.
I will help where I can without any proficiency.
Alright, Elocution, you see you are now reading the surface levels of the creature and may choose to, yeah, there's 3 things you can be using with detect dots. One, you can... Wait, hold on. If the creature you choose has an intelligence of 3 or lower, doesn't speak any language, the creature is unaffected. I see.
I mean, the way it's talking, it sounds marginally higher than 3.
Yes. You learn the surface level thoughts of the creature. As an action, you can dig deeper into the creature's thoughts or attempt to probe it further if it fails a wisdom saving throw. You can attempt to detect the presence of thinking creatures you can't see within 30 feet. Let's see. Is that all?
Notably,
I think that's
the action also alerts them to the fact that you're doing that.
Yeah. Okay. So,
Didn't mean to do that.
right now, are you just reading the surface level thoughts then, Elocution? Alright, surface level thoughts. A bomb? That bombs are bad. I can't have her and be hurt. Maybe... bombs. What's a bomb again? Oh yeah, they go boom.
Like what, bird brain?
For real.
That appears to be the surface level thoughts. You attempt to dig deeper into the psyche of this bird. It goes ahead and it makes a saving throw.
Oh my god, there's cracks!
My fucking god.
It succeeds, ending the spell, as it knows that you are attempting to probe into its thoughts. Ah!
I think your mic cut out, Aqua.
Ah!
Okay, just
All he did was scream. Fine. Yeah.
Molly Maw creates some distance. Its thoughts had been probed momentarily.
yeah. I was having Joe swim further down this time because apparently elocution can keep contact up to 1,000 feet. So why not make use of that? I think the only reason it mentioned the bomb is because fucking Yuki Shana mentioned the bomb.
Yeah, that was, you know, Sparta. It was a feint. I mean, well, you know, if they're flying away, Nameless can be our spy. I guess.
Elocution, I believe, was trying to point out one other thing that was notable about what it said. The bird mentioned a her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already been apparent that there'd been someone around, based on how bad of a liar it was. So that doesn't actually tell us much more.
I've been trying to make this one thing work, but I've not succeeded on it. Maybe it's a lost cause. The bird has a girlfriend. I've solved the mystery. Detective Elocution is off duty. Nice. Alright, well, it seems that with the bird currently over here, Nims, were you attempting to do something, or is the party about to just dive down?
I mean, just the crab, I was thinking would be first.
Oh, yes, the crab would be first.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Let's see what else the bird does.
The bird merely sits over here, eyeing the party suspiciously at a greater distance than it previously was.
But yeah, crab is swimming down.
Alright. Far and far, crab goes into the waters of the atoll. As the crab descends, they see more fish and the like descending. And as they go, for how far down? How many
I mean, they were gonna keep going while still in Elocution's range, which is apparently 1,000.
Okay. So the crab begins descending down further, 100 feet, 200 feet, 300 feet, 400 feet, 500, 600, 900, and is at the range of the 1,000 foot threshold of Elocution's range, and the pit has still no bottom within sight. It is quite dark. Yes. It's very dark. Even Joe's blind sight is only to like 10 feet, right?
30.
30. Their blind sight's out to 30 feet, so they see fish swimming by occasionally or the like.
I mean, it has light on it, which is 20 feet plus 20 dim lit.
Would Joe like to have light on them as they descend?
I mean, I personally would felt like that was probably dangerous, because you don't want to be like shiny in dark water, I think.
Honestly, that's a very good point, because something could be lurking in the water that you don't notice there.
So if I could have convinced Lasuli to drop the concentration, I would have.
Yeah, that's fine. There's no
but
sort of crap.
But Joe does go 1,000 feet and is they're at the edge. They could keep going, but they won't be able to relay what they see at that point.
I was about to say, like, we could go down some, and then they could keep in the set tether range.
Okay, I have a question though. Let's say it finds something, right? What are we going to do about it except go down there? I feel like we have no reason not to start descending after it.
I mean, what if the something is dangerous?
Well, then it's 1,000 feet below us.
Yeah.
Or, slightly less now. We can start descending now as a group. We just all start swimming down. It also keeps swimming down. If something happens to it, if it fucking dies, we'll be like, hey, at 1,300 feet down, there's something there,
Okay. I mean, I guess we can.
Because, like, what else are we gonna do? Also, Aqua, important. How long has it been since I started painting the boat? Have I made any more progress with Kairos?
Yes. You basically you continue painting for like this whole discussion with the bird moving around, spells casting interrogation, and moving around the atoll probably would have taken about the better part of about an hour or two. So you've made some progress, yeah. It's just about done.
Fantastic.
Well,
Excellent.
I've already cast water breathing on everyone. I think Yukishana cast dark vision on everyone.
I've not. I'll cast
already
it just
had it.
before we go down.
Okay.
How long does water breathing last?
24 hours. And Andrew, the dark vision spell is not just dark vision. It also
It's been
improves your
buffed.
dark vision. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so if you already have dark vision, it extends it by another 60 feet, and it also gives like the ability to see color in dark vision, which normal dark vision doesn't give you.
So it's dark vision, and then dark vision again gives it the extra 60 feet plus vision or color.
It's a spell called dark vision that has these buffs.
Yeah.
Let's see.
So normally, if you like have racial dark vision,
Yeah.
you can only see in like grey and such. So this just gives you color and extends it if you've already got it.
Alright, so we'll have 120 feet.
text and campaign chat just to show you.
Alright, Kara's moving ahead.
Kara wants to swim. He's been ready for a while.
Yeah.
If you don't have a swimming speed, you will be moving at half speed underwater. That's note
That's
2.
fine.
That's annoying.
Okay. You begin to make your descent into it. And just to make this more clear that this is happening, I'm just gonna turn off the music as you go into the darkness.
Oh, I actually haven't heard any music playing the entire time.
Yeah, I had to
Yeah.
refresh to get the music.
Oh, rip.
This is just this isn't you exiting the book, this is just to make it clear that you are here in the pit of darkness.
We made it out of the book.
Rip.
Look.
We did.
Nameless, are you joining them?
Sitting in the bird shadow.
Okay.
Really? You're not coming?
I'm sitting in the bird shadow for now. I want to see what it does.
Well,
Alright.
have fun on the surface, homie.
Uh,
Yeah, true. Is Yuki Shana okay? Or are they now just a bunch of little, like, bits in the water?
just melted away.
Alright, as the descent into here continues, the only light you really have is that emanating off of you is you glow quite brightly, going further and further down below, using Joe as a preliminary scout and elocution following behind.
Why are we glowing? I thought we were using dark vision.
Oh, I thought you were using light also, or no?
Does the party
I
finish
don't know.
going underwater? Or like I guess a few minutes after, a bit after. Does the bird do anything?
Yeah, as we could talk about what the bird will do after the establish what's happening down there.
Yeah, but I don't want the party to get too far ahead. Because I have to make it back down there.
mean, we'll be
Until the
slow.
party is gone for a little while, the bird is not doing anything.
Bird is not doing anything. Nameless will stealthily leave its shadow and then follow.
Alright, you can go ahead and make a stealth check to see if it notices you escaping its shadow.
I don't know why it keeps rolling me a disadvantage. What's happening?
It's weird.
Are you holding down any keys when you click buttons, or?
Nope. In fact, can we have it do the opposite? That'd be cool.
I like to imagine with the guidance D4 on there that like while you're living in shadow, you just hear a meow, and the bird's like, "What the fuck was that?"
It's 14
Right.
plus 2, so it's 16.
14 plus. You're not able to get the guidance on that though.
Oh yeah, it's 14.
I got my Beast of the Sea token made, so we've got that with us too.
Okay,
Why is
14.
it rolling it?
Alright, so let me double check something. Hold on. Just gotta see if the bird notices you. Oh, whoops.
God, it's a work die.
Okay. Name that you head over into the water
Is it 14
and
plus?
you catch up
Wait,
with your
wait, wait. 14. I don't know if it matters, but it's 19.
19.
Yeah, because I was just looking at the base roll.
And not their modifiers.
Yeah, not the modifiers.
So it would have been what, 6 plus 2 plus 3?
No, 14 plus 2 plus 3.
14. But do you have advantage in some way on the stealth check?
Yeah. There's like a rune that gives me.
Could you post the text of the room?
Where is the rune?
Someone's agitated.
Oh, yeah, look at the little cursors. Rah, look at the move.
Oh, dexterity sleight of hand, not dexterity stealth. All right, so 11.
Okay. You exit out of the shadow and head to join the rest of the group.
Does it? It doesn't react.
Are you going to like watch it as you're joining the rest of your group? Because if
under the water, I probably can, right? 'Cause then I'll be
yeah,
hit by that.
you see it kind of flap, It seems surprised at having seen something exit its shadow, and it returns to its tree.
Okay. It saw me!
You go ahead and rejoin with the rest of the group. You all have dark vision, and so you're able to. You don't need to use light or anything to be able to visualize what's going on further down. As Joe is there quite deep by comparison, 1,000 feet forward. Let me double check something about one thing. One second. One second.
Please wait warmly. Are those clouds?
Yeah, there's been clouds moving over the map for.
Hmm.
Oh right, I was just zoomed in on the water bit.
All right, so beginning to go with how deep you're moving. You're getting like 300 feet down, 400 feet down, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000.
Are we still talking to the crab, I'm assuming, though?
Yes, you're still keeping in contact with the crab as you're descending down. As you're reaching 2,000, the pressure is getting uncomfortably high, as in you can kind of feel it on your body.
I was gonna say, I was like, is pressure not a thing?
That's what I was looking up.
Is it normal that we can make it to 2,000?
As adventurers, you are hardier than the average human being, by quite a fair margin, right? Adventurers, even weak adventurers tend to be stronger than others might be, and can go for much longer. That being said, at about the 2,000 mark, that pressure is starting to add up. But Joe has found something, as Joe relays back that they've encountered what seems to be like kind of a giant bones of some kind of sea creature down there.
Oh. I need to go look up Find Familiar spell again real quick.
So if we had swimming speed and breathing speed, would we be able to ignore water pressure?
Breathing speed?
Since it's not really addressed like anywhere in the game.
I don't think you'd necessarily be
Okay,
able to ignore it.
I think I can only see through my familiar's eyes if I'm within 100 feet of it, but it's unclear.
Pretty sure that's the case, yeah.
It says additionally, as an action, you can see through your familiar's eyes, but it does not specify that it's only when the familiar's on 100 feet of you.
Let me check.
So, Jajira, I know you have a water vessel proficiency. Do you have any proficiency in making a submarine? I think we might need one.
No, it has to be 100 feet, it looks like.
Okay. Because it's in that paragraph, it's just...
The additionally part of the sentence implies that they are bound to the same rules.
Okay.
Oh wait, how long does it take the crab to move 1,000 feet?
They've got a 20-foot swim speed, and they can dash each turn.
Because we could do like beast sense on it. That's have a range. Oh, like the range is touch, but then it's like it can go off, right?
Question: that only works on beasts, correct?
You touch a willing beast, yeah.
It would not work on Joe.
Oh, I see.
Oh yeah,
Alright.
familiars aren't beasts, I guess, right?
It would work on my Beast of the Sea.
That's an option.
Oh.
It is a medium beast.
Would you like to send the Beast of the Sea down to scout instead of Joe?
I mean, sure, why not? It is probably tankier than Joe.
I mean, it's not hard to be tankier than Joe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Alright,
I think it's
the Beast...
speed. It's 60.
They swap scouting positions then, as Joe returns back to the group, and the Beast of the Sea continues the expedition and the excursion down there. The Beast of the Sea sees the giant skeleton.
Oh wait, can you see through its eyes? Because
Not-
I thought
not by
the
default,
intent was.
no.
Like, I
Yeah.
assumed you were casting Beast Sense on it, so you could.
Yeah, because I can't share senses with my beast.
But beast sense, it's free.
Well, I haven't learned the spell, or I don't have the spell.
I
mean,
think
you
all
can
the
shine
rangers
it.
get it. All rangers have it, don't they?
I don't think so.
Do we? I don't think so.
I swear. Yeah, primal. Yeah, 5th level primal awareness. We get beast sense.
Oh. I did not remember that.
Well, that's convenient.
And yeah, because it doesn't like heal or do damage, we can use it once for free.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can cast that then.
Alright, you Beast Sense, so now you can see freely out of your Beast's eyes and senses, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Then, Beast of the Sea, still being 1,000 feet ahead. This is what the Beast sees.
Oh god.
I'm just going to assume it's able to kind of relay what it's seeing, since you all have enough dark vision that it's irrelevant.
98% gang.
I love 98%. It's my favourite.
The beast itself does also have 60 feet of dark vision. Man, I can't wait to see what's down here once my thing loads.
The fuck is that?
What the fuck?
Jake. It's me.
How many maps do you have with, like, dead things on them?
Enough.
Valid question.
Wow,
mean-
that is a big skeleton.
I would like to get close enough and just see if I can get a repeat of what happened last time when I Dragon Stormed atop the skeleton.
Also, I made it the map like kind of wavy-ish to simulate being underwater, but I don't know if that makes how that looks. So
Oh, now it's doing that.
Yeah.
And I can hear music now. Infinite.
I think that works pretty well.
okay, cool. I didn't want to make it like nauseating.
I think it's okay. Is there anything of note my beast can see aside from, the giant ass skeleton?
Outside of the skeleton itself, there are definitely you can see fish with multiple eyes all about, and that seem to be acclimated to the darkness of this area. Jellies as well that seem to be. Is it going to like kind of do an investigation around the area then?
Yeah, I can do that.
Alright, go ahead and have the Beast of the Sea go ahead and do an investigation about. See if we can find anything that's kind of notable.
Use my skill proficiencies, right? I don't think.
It's a good thing that Joe's not rolling for this, because I'm just going to show you what it's like real quick.
Investigation.
Oh,
Whew.
-5. Oh my lord, mine's only -1. Oh, okay. Well,
you know what?
Hmm.
Send Joe down. Send Joe down. Go. Oh my days.
Your beast is it tried.
Completely clueless.
yeah.
It doesn't even know what to begin looking for.
Well, fair enough, I guess. I mean, maybe it can just go down here, because it looks like it goes deeper over here, right? Surely I can just go farther down underneath the skeleton.
Oh yeah, it definitely still keeps on going down and lower.
I'm
the
curious.
beast.
How would we deal with the pressure if we wanted to keep going to this?
Not very well, I don't think.
That's what I was asking earlier, because it's not a mechanic in 5e, right? As far as
I mean,
know.
fish are fine.
Wait, what?
I mean, the fish are still swimming around just fine at that depth.
Yeah. I mean, like in Curse of Strahd, was it an issue when we went swimming?
I mean, you weren't exactly.
That was we were nowhere near this deep.
It was
Oh,
like
okay.
it was like the cove in Darkest Dungeon rather than like a huge underwater voyage.
We have to actually get a submarine, or we just there's no spell because it's not a thing.
Let me check something.
I mean, I don't know. Shouldn't the water breathing spell also account for pressure?
It doesn't.
That's
It's-
water breathing, not
it's
water
gonna
pressure
be a thing.
immunitying.
Yeah, I think. I mean, there's not exactly a lot of pressure rules because.
Typically don't
Well,
have
there
advantage
there
on the
aren't
bottom
any,
row.
right? That's what I'm saying.
Let's see. Oh, hey, there is a water pressure inside of Storm King's Thunder. That's kind of neat.
Okay.
Let's see. Let's see. Creatures and vehicles at a spoiler depth. How dare you? Because it was Let me see if I can find what exactly it said, because this person wouldn't tell me what the depth was. But Storm King's Thunder at least gives some precedence for pressure under the water.
I don't even remember being underwater in Storm King's Thunder.
Ah, here we go.
There's rules in the DMG about swimming at depths greater than 200 feet. That it counts as like longer in terms of like determining exhaustion.
Okay, let me see if. Yeah, actually, it does seem that 3,000 is kind of like the limit of what you're able to withstand, according to this.
So we could go down there if we wanted, but no further.
Yes, and not much further than that. Any further than below this, the skeleton is going to start actively being painful.
I mean,
Yeah,
I
what?
would like to try the Dragonstorm thing, honestly. But beyond that, there doesn't seem like there's any reward for going that far, unless we find something, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the
Oh,
beast
yeah.
can keep looking at least.
Yeah.
Alright, so the beast would like to take even more time to look?
Yeah, why not?
Should
Okay,
we just
so-
go down there?
I
Or
mean,
I believe that's a choice to make now. Would you like to simply have the beast continue searching, or would you have the would you go down instead? Because basically an investigation check means the beast tried for some amount of time, in which case I'd probably say, you know, an initial excursion of like, you know, 15 minutes, like searching around for anything notable and failing. If you try again, it's going to take time again.
I think I would like to go. I don't know what everyone else will vote.
I'll go
I'm
down.
down to go, Jujira.
Yeah, let's
Hold
go.
on.
Yeah.
Hold on. Were we all going? Alright, I'm down. If some people were saying and some were going, I was just gonna flip a coin on whether or not
Actually,
Kara would go.
Alright. Then
What?
it seems decided.
But I will go.
Oh, hello.
Alright. I'm going to like reach a claw down to it and touch it. My detect magic is still running, but I don't imagine I'll sense anything.
You... 1 second.
How is your detect magic still running?
I cast it again.
Oh.
Let me check something. Sorry, I had to set up a note about certain, not every aspect of it.
You weren't expecting us to go this far down?
It is a little bit intimidating, but it's less that I didn't expect it because I mean, obviously I have the map and everything, and more that I didn't have the rules for things like pressure planned out, in numerical detail in advance, along with a few other things that I just, things like that.
All right.
So 1 second as I find one thing real quick here.
Music's good at least.
Where's this thing I'm trying to find? Okay. As you're searching around for something of the more magical variety, you go ahead and it's not quite visible like right here, but on one of these rock faces, right? Like around here, you can kind of get a small hint of some kind of... What kind of magic would this be? To check what type this is. Okay, that's what I thought. Conjuration magic.
Conjuration.
Yes, and it seems like it's just a small amount just on the rock wall right here.
Interesting.
Trying to think of like the rock spells, like shit, like those are mostly transmutation, right?
I think so.
So, like in terms of like mold earth and the like, or shape earth, or whichever one is this high level one.
Yeah, I think mold earth and the like are... I want to say conjuration, not conjuration. Stone, meld into stone, for example, would be a transmutation spell.
Yeah, like, so I'm actually not sure, like, what would be pinging as conjuration here. The only thing I can think of that's conjuration are the teleports and, like, acid splash. Anyways.
Conjuration is summoning too, right? It's possible, like, there's just something that's been summoned down there, right?
Or maybe touching it will cause something to be summoned.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to unleash the Dragon Storm, so if people want to get some distance just in case.
You want to release it underwater?
Yeah.
Is that a good idea?
I mean, it's like it's like how spells, like if I were to cast like Call Lightning, it wouldn't electrocute all of us here. Because like that's not what it says it does in the spell. Spells do what they say they do. So I think everyone should be fine. It's just I'm just saying you can make some distance just in case.
Uh-huh.
My knowledge of the arcane backs that, right?
Yeah, it's not like it's going to electrify anybody here. That being said, it would be very visible, for whatever that's worth.
I wasn't planning on keeping it on long.
Sure, I'll back up a bit. Actually, I'll swim up. Give me like, I don't know, 50 feet in the air. Or upwards.
Well, yeah, I guess that's everyone would have said something. I will
Yeah, I'm
conjure
chill.
the Dragon Storm.
What the heck? You didn't even wait for me to get away.
Not enough warning.
What the heck?
I'll
hang out right here. I don't mind.
I mean, wait, before they do that, does this... I should make sure... This looks draconic, right?
It looks more aquatic than draconic. Let me see. You have knowledge about dragons, right?
Yes, I also have Arcana and Nature, if that helps.
Let me check something. I have to check one thing. Because these are some really decayed bones too, which isn't helping.
I need a drink, perfect.
Which proficiencies did you say you had?
Arcana and Nature. I believe both apply to dragons, if that's what you mean.
I have to check if this particular thing is what I think it is. Okay, yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was. This is a it's one of two possibilities, and you're not sure which one it is, Jojo. Either this is just a really long giant fish, or it is the decaying bones of a giant sea serpent, which is a dragon. It's not clear because these bones have been down here for quite some time, it seems, and, you know, colonies of animals have built upon them and torn them apart.
Would my perception proficiency help in regards to differentiating?
You would need to do a more thorough investigation of this thing to be 100% sure, which will take some time. Which would require you to... That basically require you to make a nature check and spend some time down here.
I mean, Yukishana could help me with that, if that's less risky probably than me just firing off the Dragon Storm. Although it's up to her.
Oh, I mean, I can see in colour if you, like, give directions about, like, dragony things and like, spoilers. Have a look.
Like, with your expertise and me giving advantage on the check with help, I think we could do it together.
Wait. The beast to see what? Just noticed this. Alright, Jojira and Yukishana, go ahead and both of you make a nature check on this as you go and spend some time, as the others, well, I guess they're about.
I mean, they could probably be exploring some if they wanted.
Yeah. So if anybody would like to do an investigation check during this time, you are welcome to do so if you'd like to kind of look around as well as Jojira and Yukishana inspect these bones.
I would like to go peek around, like, inside of its skull, if that's possible.
Oh, Nameless is doing some critical investigations as well.
Oh. Okay, this didn't roll disadvantage. It must be a stealth thing.
I wonder if there's a modifier of some kind that's making it happen. We can look into it
That
later.
it sure is a skull.
Yes, this skull is made of skull.
What exactly are you trying to find out about this school?
I'm trying to find out if this is draconic. Because the last time I tried to Dragon Storm on something draconic, I got empowered.
Gotcha. Let me draw upon my vast stores of knowledge here. Got nothing. Yeah, there it is.
Being underwater means you can't drink, Diesel.
Oh no.
Investigation.
No.
Did I find anything? Okay.
Okay, let me find an order about the things that you find. Ah, dang it, hold on. Okay, so in order here, Yuki and Jojira working together. It's Jojira that finds a critical aspect that really makes it clear what this is. As Jojira, you locate what appears to be, let me see what you would call that. It's like I'll put it this way because it's probably the easiest way to find it. You're looking about, right? As Jira is inspecting kind of the top portion of it, you kind of look a little bit below it. Like you go down another 100 feet for your investigation, Yuki-shana. And what you find is that there is a particular bone in the tail that only belongs to the Leviathan and not the Leviathan, the sea serpent, and not to just standard fish or, gigantic fish. This must certainly be a sea serpent.
Was he got a fucking monster cock or what?
Interesting.
I mean, some animals do have bones in theirs.
Yeah, apparently sea serpents.
And it's also 100 feet down, which is terrifying.
It's not attached, it like fell off.
Oh no! The poor thing.
Dick fell off? Okay.
Yep, exactly.
That's
Fortunate.
how he died.
Elocution knows.
Oh god.
Decapitation.
Then as you're able to find that, meanwhile, let me see, who is the other one that rolled really well?
I did.
Zuli and
Zuli, as you're Zuli, you're investigating about to see if there's anything too interesting. As you also dive a little bit down, following Yuki-shana's lead a little bit there. The water pressure is getting almost unbearable as you kind of get down just far enough to that point, and you see what looks like some kind of, is that a manta ray of some kind? It looked like there was one, and then it was like a small swarm of them that kind of swam on by in rapid speed. They didn't do anything to you, but there was a lot of them, and they just kind of swam quite quickly down below.
Interesting.
And then finally, Nameless, looking about, you go and find, as you're looking around, underneath one of the bones, kind of around that same depth, so you have to go uncomfortably low. You actually go a little bit lower, tackling on some of the water pressure directly, in order to unearth part of a bone that fell down. And indeed, right there under that bone appears to be a treasure chest with a lock on it.
Oh, well.
But it is uncomfortable to be down here any longer. Like at that depth where the treasure chest is.
Is the treasure chest something that I can lift up with the buoyancy of the water and drag it upward?
Would you like to attempt to?
Sure.
We go and make an athletics check as you attempt to pick up this chest.
Athletic. Reroll.
The fuck you
Better.
4 to athletics?
Only +4. Not.
But that's what proficiency is. That no? That's a what is that from?
Oh.
Actually.
Wait, how do you? Wait, yeah, how do you
Ogre
have a +4?
Gauntlets of Ogre Strength, I think.
Oh.
Oh yeah. Gauntlets of String help out a lot.
Okay.
All right. You attempt to lift it up, but it seems like it's been.
Can I activate something first?
Okay. What would you like to activate?
I kind of forgot. I have all these things that give me advantage and a +2 bonus.
Wait, and which thing is that?
That's Giant Might. Oops. This one.
Oh, the Rune Fighter Giant's Might,
And
or Rune Knight Giant Might.
There's this one. Is it this one? +2. Wait, is that? Oh,
For 10
Check.
minutes, you gain a +2 bonus to all ability
I'll take
checks
this one.
that use strength.
All right, that's going to give you quite a bit more, as that 13 doesn't look like it was quite budgeting it enough. As you grow in size, wielding the gauntlets of Ogre Strength with your shadow, go ahead and make another roll and add +2 to the result. So is that 18 total then?
It should be at advantage too.
I'm counting that
I
as the
already
13.
rolled- I already
Oh,
rolled
okay.
this, earlier.
Yeah. An 18. That actually lifts it mostly up as you get just out of the range of where the pressure was starting to hurt you. You will take 6 cold damage though, or bludgeoning damage actually. Sorry, as you go up a bit higher. But you can safely reach. Let's say place the treasure chest back up here on the back of this skeleton.
Are we going to be using the universal key?
I don't think
Um,
any of us have these. I have Smith's tools. I
no,
probably have a
you
hammer.
not those that universal key. This universal key.
Driver.
Yeah.
That's why I was laughing.
That's why I said I have a hammer.
I do
Yeah.
love where it says crowbar and it just shows a pickaxe.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
And then it's
Lever-
like sassing me for looking at the picture using a crowbar in italics. Like, no, that's a pickaxe. I can tell.
Now, do note you're going to have a harder time swinging or getting leverage on this thing
Oh,
underwater.
that's true. So it's probably a
probably-
disadvantage.
Take
That's
it.
fine.
up to
I'm
the
fucking
top.
cracked at this shit. Let me have at it.
You can use fireballs to burn through the lava.
Athletics. Aqua.
Yeah, at disadvantage because of the leverage. You're trying to leverage, like a crowbar underwater. It's
If someone helps
Oh!
him,
Look at that.
disadvantage.
Look at that. Look at that.
Wait, Jay, if someone helps him, can he make it just straight?
You could also have them re-roll those.
No, if somebody was attempting to help them, I probably would have just made them, make that person attempt it. So if you're trying to finagle it as well, nameless along with them, you may also athletics with disadvantage to try and.
Diesel has high.
Can I try it?
Oh, just barely though.
Do you have athletics proficiency, Grell? Anybody with athletics proficiency is.
Sure freaking do.
Oh, I don't know.
All right,
Diesel
Give us
roll
that.
twice.
at disadvantage. Grell.
Oh. I sure do.
All right, and are you
We both
throwing
got-
in
we
your?
both got a 17.
You're throwing your weight into this too, nameless.
Roll a guidance or something. Who has
Oh, I mean, are you?
21? Growl roll a guidance.
Okay.
We have the same bonus.
Well,
but-
All right, nameless doesn't have athletics.
Oh, disadvantage.
That's 17.
Oh, that's
that is-
acrobatics. I thought.
So you guys do the
that-
same.
Oh, that was an acrobatics roll, Grell.
Roll a d4.
Oh no! No!
Okay, well, I rerolled both and got 18, 17, so I guess the disadvantage makes it
Okay.
a 17.
Diesel roll a 1d4.
Did you cast guidance?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, don't monks get something that helps them with ability checks potentially here?
I think
Oh.
that's on mental checks.
Okay, 20.
Was it mental checks? I don't quite remember. For the one keen fueled strike or whatever it's called.
Focused aim when you make an intelligence, wisdom, or charisma ability. So it's not.
Unluck. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was the one that was that was the one that was changed. Alright, so Growl and Diesel working together, predominantly Diesel in this case, and with the extra assistance provided by Nameless there, you are able to crunk this chest open as the lock that was on it has come off. Oh shoot, where's... Oh, I didn't import this like I thought I did.
Stop it all floating away.
Give me a second while I try and find where the heck this is.
Again.
Oh, I thought I imported this and I didn't. 1 second, please. Isn't that the worst when you did something and you didn't?
Depends on the thing. If it's like murder, nah.
That's fair. In more ways than one. How could I have been so blind and not have imported this like I thought I
Oh,
did?
whoops. Sheesh.
Wow, Jake.
Hmm?
You know how you're talking about the crowbar is actually a pickaxe? You wanna know what's
Yeah.
even more fucked up? The icon is pickaxe.webp.
Oh my god, those fucking bastards.
What does that mean?
I hate
WebP using bastards.
It's the worst image format. It doesn't work on
Oh.
90% of things.
Yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with what's up with WebP?
A
They
lot
don't
of
work on like half the things I need them to. Roll
yeah,
20
a
being the
lot
most
of-
notable example.
a lot of like image processors can't read WebPs, which really sucks because like WebPs
No.
have better compression ratios.
They're
So
garbage.
so it's like that's why like Discord uses WebP so heavily because it's really good for compression. But then if you try and use an image from Discord, it downloads as a WebP most of the time, which then makes it impossible to actually use until you convert it.
Why does it import as a... Interesting. Okay, there we go. So there's this. One moment. Almost done. Let me see if this will appear into this as I am hoping. Yeah, whoops. That was an accident. Okay. So as you go ahead and open the chest, first of all, it seems that this chest was filled with a fairly substantial amount of gold pieces inside of it. That was the reason why it was so heavy to be able to work with. A lot of gold is inside of here. Approximately 9,900 gold pieces.
Damn.
So,
What was that? 9,000?
900. So pretty much everybody gets 1100.
Yeah.
You know what? 9,999.
Spies you so much for that.
1101.
So right off the bat, there was a lot of money in there. You're just counting it out while you're here underwater. And with 9 people, you get the counting done in a reasonable span of time.
God,
You
1796 gold. That was a good year.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway,
Wait,
You
so how much
also-
was that each? Sorry.
1,111, I believe.
yep.
1000.
1111.
Oh, okay.
Alright, somehow I got kicked off the game.
Unless I'm miscounting how many people there are.
No, that's fine.
There's 9
So-
people.
The second thing that you find inside of there is a staff of the woodlands that seems to have been conspicuously thrown into it.
Interesting.
I'm trying to load back in right now. I got a connection error.
Didn't someone in Curse the Shot have this?
I think the Blade Singer had the staff that becomes a tree.
Can
Yeah.
you repost the picture so I can see what it looks like?
For the staff of the woodlands?
Yeah, because I just loaded back in.
Yes, one moment. And as for how it looks, it's like this gnarled and funky little gnarled thing.
Ooh, can I have that?
I would like to have that as well.
Rollies!
Roll.
Wait, actually, it depends. How much is in the store?
What?
How much does it cost in the store?
It's a rare item that's really good, so whatever that approximately is. I have to update the price that I count for that, but I think that places it in like the 4,000-ish, 5,000 gold category.
Yo, I heard there was a staff going.
There is a
It's,
staff
it's
going.
spell damage stuff.
Is this the pass that tray staff?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, the really good one.
I like how the description on Magic Walmart ends with tree.
Tree.
Alright,
Tree.
well, I'm ready to roll for it. Because I know there's a few of the people who are probably wanting to roll.
We usually just do D100s when rolling contests against things. For anybody that would like to also roll for this.
Without using
Oh
any
my
Oh,
God.
Yukishana.
All for fun.
Is it higher or lower?
Alright,
Wow, cheat, cheat, cheat!
what
It's
the
okay,
fuck?
I rolled a 1 last time, it evens out.
There's part of me that
100,
wants to try to
literally.
swag and just roll one.
Oh,
Oh shit.
Oh, this
Oh
the
my
sea.
God.
Let's see. Ah, go next.
Yeah. For the record, I'm not rolling to actually try to get it, but
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
77. But everyone's just rolling numbers that are the same. 66,
I wasn't going to,
77,
and then I got a
99.
99, so I kind of want to try. I kind of want to keep going.
All right, well that means it's a tiebreaker then.
What?
We both got
Because
we have to roll again.
yeah,
Oh,
because
Beast of the Sea? What? Oh, okay.
the Ethereon didn't roll. Beast of the
Is
Sea.
this item, I guess.
Yeah.
They need it.
Lol.
Oh, you love the beast.
Ethereon.
That's always wins.
I don't actually want it. You can have it.
Okay. Okay, 1 second. Okay. Alright, and with that, Nameless, you have acquired that. The second thing that you find inside of this chest is one of these. Let me go ahead and bring it down first.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Alright, we're rolling for this, I guess, huh?
I'll roll for this one. I kind of want this.
You find an Infinity Stone Circlet.
We need all damage. Yeah, I'll definitely roll for this too.
I'll roll for it and see if it's coming home to dad or I don't actually want to tell.
Fuck.
Oh yeah, and there's an Ion Stone already attached to it, one of awareness.
You too.
Oh wait, what is it? Hang on, Ironstone.
It's
On me.
basically it's an item that was created in Toa, and it's if you're attuned to the Ironstone Circlet, you can attune to all Ion Stones with
Using one
slot.
attunement.
Yeah,
Yep.
and it makes
Oh,
your
wait,
Ion
that's
Stones
pretty
do
good.
damage.
Yeah, I had that on my Tomb of Annihilation character. I had almost every Ion Stone attached
Damn,
to it.
nobody fucking rolling anything. Oh, never mind.
All right.
Alright, I guess it's Yuki's.
Jesus
Did you
fuck.
roll yet, Mark?
I would have used my lucky. but that's
Yeah, I
pretty
rolled.
unlucky.
Oh, you
I rolled-
Using lucky on it, crap. That would be so funny, but no.
Bruh.
It's jam.
Nice. It would look pretty on Yuki.
It looks pretty unique.
She'll be an elven princess.
Oh, sorry. That was so
I was gonna
accident.
say, why does that thing keep popping up?
It keeps popping up because I suck. And then finally, while you're the kind of finally emptying the chest, there appears to be one other thing of note inside of this, but it's not something that you would hold as you would some of the other things. Let me show you what I mean. Just a moment. It's a little bit tougher to I'm getting the hang of it, but occasionally I get stuck on how things inside of Foundry work. You find a piece of scrap paper that looks like this.
So true.
Why has it got a butthole?
Oh yeah. Treasure.
The fuck does this mean?
I don't
It's a
know.
map.
This is obvious. There's a mustache. He's got a little surprised mouth, might be poggy, and he's got some freckles.
Oh, I see.
It's probably something we need like multiple pieces like put together to make sense of.
That would make sense.
So literally
does
casting
this
past
count?
without a trace right now for no reason.
Does this count as a nautical chart?
No, it does not count as a nautical.
What? What the heck?
Alright. Well, I'm assuming there's one last thing to do before we start leaving, and that's Dragonstorm.
I'd like to swim upwards.
Oh right, you wouldn't be able to pass without trace without attuning to it for.
Oh no! Right. Is it actual short rest, or is like just 1 hour of rest without needing to roll a dice?
I've said without needing to roll. I think that you don't actually have to spend a short rest with an item in order to attune to it anyway. Question mark.
It's just that just usually overlaps a lot.
I think it's just 1 hour.
Oh no, it does require a short rest by default.
Oh,
Well,
really?
let me see. Attuning to an item requires a creature to spend a short rest.
Interesting.
Boo. That means
Which
hit
is
dice.
funny because doesn't it also say that like if it's a weapon you attune to it by swinging it around, but then the short rest rules are like you can't take a short rest by if you perform any amount of physical exertion.
Maybe it's like a light swing.
I just thought
Yeah,
it was like
this focus can
helmet.
take the form of weapon practice.
Yeah, like I'm currently thinking I'll Dragon Storm and then dismiss it, like maybe one round after, maybe not even one
What if
round.
you piss off the dragon gods and that like makes us have to fight?
I'd
I mean,
rather
I would
not.
assume a bigger threat would be something underwater seeing the light. Like if
Yeah,
my
we should not like introduce
Okay.
light.
I'm going to start swimming upwards. You have fun. If you start dying, scream into the radio, and I will say a prayer for you up top. Okay?
I'll hang out down here and watch you.
How high are you willing to go? And I think somebody else said they were swimming up too.
Yeah, 50 feet. I've got it down. And I'd have to
Okay.
hang 50 feet of rope down just in case, you know.
And what about you, Diesel? 50 feet also?
Are we actually all just planning on hanging out here? Because like I can stick around. I don't think it's a good idea to cast this dragon storm. I really don't.
I'm a man of bad ideas. I'm sticking around.
I mean,
We'll just hunker down next to Jojira in his shadow. So that we're all okay. In case
I'd
anything
also like
happens.
to close my eyes as he does this.
I don't know. I'll probably be a little bit higher. I don't know how high.
The more party bad ideas I go along with, the more bad idea tokens I get to cash in later.
I mean, my Dragon Storm, I can dismiss it without an action at any time, so I theoretically could just leave it up for like theoretically less than a round.
Yeah, I'm just really worried that it'll attract something we don't want it to attract.
I mean, we can
Why did-
immediately
like-
start moving right after, regardless of
And
the
that
results.
would be funny. So, like, let's do it.
We're done
Yeah.
investigating the area, right?
Any creature that could be hostile to
Pretty
us
much done investigating.
probably moves at least 2 or 3 times as fast as we do in the water.
But we could leave the Dragon Storm on and swim away, and it'll go to the Dragon Storm, not to us, right?
I
I
mean,
think
it
it's
stays
centered on
around me.
Gojira.
It's centered on me.
Oh, okay. You know what?
So we'll have
Leave it settle
Jojira.
down here. Bingo.
Maybe we should send Yuki-chan to the surface so they don't get torn into shreds.
I would like to avoid dying again.
Hmm.
You know what?
I don't suppose anyone knows like darkness. Probably not.
Go
I don't.
does. If you want
I
to wait
know.
a day.
0 spells, and I intend to keep it that way the entire campaign.
I know Umberturgy though, which could help
Oh.
slightly.
Elocution knows
Oh.
darkness. Look at that.
Do you think you could obscure my lightning?
How big is the radius of your dragon storm? Because
30 feet.
Darkness is 15 foot, so I don't know.
I mean, the very least, you would probably be obscuring at least from certain angles, which helps.
Yeah.
I guess it's up to them if they want to do that.
Wait, was
We can,
darkness
like,
buffed?
You can Umberturgy the other side.
Darkness remains the same.
Okay.
Technically, it's even gotten nerfed-ish by variant rules because
Because of the way that advantage works, yeah.
yeah, it doesn't like just cancel things out in some awkward way anymore.
Yeah.
For the best, really.
Anyways. Basically, I want to conjure the Dragon Storm and then immediately dismiss it. Because, like, it happened instantly, right? Like, when I first did it on the other one in the desert.
Yes.
So that's what I'll do. Like, they can set up their darkness first to try to make it even harder to see underwater.
Yeah, I think I can cast 2 instances of Umberturgy at a time. And the radius. 15-foot radius. So two.
So
Two
with the
fif-
darkness spell, that's 3 15-foot radiuses.
So we should be able to cover most of it.
Yeah. I think we do if we go.
Alright, then. The darkness goes out. You may place the measure
A
template.
minor illusion too. Well.
You have to place, I think it's a, 20-foot radius for darkness? And so in the roles tab, it gives you the option to place a measure template, which is, yeah, that. Darkness. And you can move it wherever you'd like it to be by using the, little ruler tool at the top left, and then you can control, where it is.
Look at these guys concentrating on spells.
Yeah, imagine concentrating on this. But I don't even concentrate on real life.
You can move it like this, for example. I'm not sure if that's where you wanted to place. I was just put in. You can use the ruler tool at the top left, which will allow you to create measure templates, like this one.
I was trying to get an aura on me to show where it would be, but I can't for some reason.
We make it not do decimals. Is that possible? Is that a thing?
I don't know if that's a thing, actually. That's kind of a good question.
Can't make your dragon storm smaller? Oh god.
I'm checking
Yeah,
the
there's-
real wording.
There's
real quick.
no way you guys can cover this with darkness.
We just cover a part of it. We can't cover all of it. Oh wait, how come I can't keep dragging the circles? Oh, okay.
Well, we should probably cover this direction, because like this was where the conjuration magic on the wall. I don't know. But like this direction was also the exits to the atoll. We're out into the main ocean.
Alright. We just need to cover the border, right? We don't need to,
I mean, yeah, if you cover the border, like theoretically, I don't think anything on the inside of that.
Alright, I can cover like 30%. Can probably ideally cover like half.
I mean, this one doesn't seem like it's covering a lot. Is this how they're all going to be set up?
I don't have
I'm
anything
gonna.
else.
How far up are you, Mark?
Like 30-ish feet. 20 feet.
I'll swim up and be next to you.
Okay.
I thought woodlands can technically provide some cover with
Oh,
wall
by
of
the tree.
thorns and the
Oh.
tree.
You'd have to be attuned to it.
If you guys wanna chill for an hour. The only other idea I have. I also have a blanket.
Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Forget it. Who needs it? I was thinking about stealthing somewhere, but
I mean, I guess someone could stealth and then
If I could
track
make
of
a
anything suspicious
storm
from
cloud
further
under
away.
here, do you think that would help?
Doesn't storm cloud also have like some lightning and thunder?
Not necessarily.
Okay. What is storm cloud is a what level spell?
I would be using call lightning, which creates a storm cloud.
Oh. Wait, that would be super bright then, right?
I mean, it wouldn't be creating any lightning unless I actively choose to attack with it, I think.
Okay.
Does that seem right, Aqua? Actually, could I even do that underwater? Create a storm cloud underwater?
Sure.
Magic.
It's
Yeah,
magic.
It does exactly what it says it does.
Yep.
Well, it's 10 feet tall, it's 60-foot radius, so I could cover like a huge part of this area with a storm cloud.
If
60-foot
you
radius, it covers the whole thing.
if you do decide to go through with this, I'm going to enter my rage right beforehand.
I'll cast Blade Ward
I'm gonna
and
cast
give
Mage Armor.
Jojira resistance in case anything happens.
I'm trying to.
What the fuck?
It's a pretty big storm cloud.
I'd want to be above the storm cloud.
Yeah, that's fine. But basically, I'm just trying to further disguise, like, with the cloud itself to block the light. And then I will, I guess this is as much preparation as we're going to get, call the Dragon Storm for less than a round.
I'll take the
Wait,
dodge action.
what is the height of this collider?
It's 10 feet tall, 60 feet wide.
Yeah, I mean, I want to be above it though, so it doesn't just like.
Then be above
Only
it.
10 feet tall.
It just says center point you can see within range directly above you, so I don't know how tall it is, including 10 feet. You know.
Obviously, I'm choosing, like, basically right on me. Or, like, right above me.
Interesting. Okay.
Right.
Alright, so it's like a cloud to obscure your position.
I'm trying to basically obscure any light being given off by the Dragon Storm's lightning.
I see.
Like with that and the darkness and the Umbraturgy, like all three of them basically trying to do that together.
You got it.
I will
Caro
Dragon
flips,
Storm.
if Caro
I
flips a
just
1, he
think that
thinks this will
Nameless
go
doesn't
well.
even really know what Jojira is doing or why
Caro-
he's doing what he's doing.
Caro thinks this is gonna go poorly. But he will watch regardless.
I mean, this is just me attempting to see if it happens again, like based off of what happened to the first Dragon Corpse when I Dragon Stormed the top of it.
I mean, yeah, we get that. It's just, it's also objectively a bad idea.
If everyone thinks I shouldn't do it, then technically you can veto this.
I already told you Caro's ride or die. He'll do anything.
I'm also okay with it because I don't have any better ideas.
Yeah, I'm okay with it. I don't care.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't really care. It's just.
On
Like,
the
I'll go
radio.
along with it. I'm not gonna vote against it.
I like you just accept it.
I don't care.
The Dragon Storm rages out for a brief flicker of a moment as Jojira.
I was just gonna do my haiku real quick.
Oh, okay.
Don't mind me. Yeah, like every time I've cast it before, I've written the haiku based on the situation. I'm just gonna use a generic one for this.
Oh.
So that's faster.
Don't you say it in a language that none of us can read?
Yeah.
Okay.
And with that haiku out loud in Draconic, the Dragon Storm rages out as it briefly, just almost like an electrostatic field, brightly attempts to illuminate the area and obscured by the various impairing effects of the darkness and the cloud. You see the waves about to ripple in response to the Dragon Storm itself, but you feel it inside of you, Jojira. You see the claws on your fingers begin to manifest a little bit longer, and you find yourself now with, hold on. Oh, I had it and then it didn't save. Give it a second.
Isn't that the worst?
Mike,
No,
I
but-
read that as your maximum AC increases by 5 then. I was like, what the fuck? Does he need more AC? Does he?
You find yourself acclimated to the cold conditions of the underwater.
Alright. I was honestly expecting, like, a swim speed, but I definitely liked resistances too. We should start. I imagine that as soon as that happened, that we would all start immediately swimming up because we probably talked about this ahead of time.
Yeah.
You all begin to start swimming up and up and up. You can as you're at the 2,500 feet mark, getting yourselves back up and catching up with where Kishana is, no longer away from you. That is when you begin to hear it. Something is chittering underneath you. You can see forms, dark forms, many dark forms beginning to make their way up, and up.
I'd like to swim really fast upwards.
It's hard to see exactly what they are until they are about only 100 feet away from you, essentially. Like below, as you can kind of get a better view of them. In just a second, let me go ahead and bring them up here. You see.
Probably get rid of these templates if we can.
You see all of this. Give me a second.
I like that you're prepping a lot of fucking things.
Oh.
These little creepy manta ray looking things, the ones that you saw earlier, Zuli,
Oh man.
begin to make their way up, and you can see their sharp teeth as they just seem to be like a giant swarm moving up through the water. As that seems like a solid point to
Fish gif.
end the session right there.
Well,
We are dead.
Fine, bro. It's just fish. Or manta rays, not fish.
can we tell what these are?
Yeah, manta rays.
Also, I can't get rid of this template, so I don't know if you can do anything about that.
Let me see.
They're not quippers or anything, right? No, those are not.
No, they are not quippers. I was just spreading that one bit. Do you have knowledge of aberrations in some way?
Arcana gives knowledge on aberrations.
Hey, I cast.
Do you have
removal.
Do you have expertise in Arcana?
No.
You know that these are aberrations, but do not know what kind of aberrations they are.
I don't know if this has. I speak Abyssal, and I'm from Shadowfell. Do I have any knowledge of aberrations?
These do not seem like aberrations from the Shadowfell.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, good hustle.
I hope we don't die.
Yeah, this
is fine.
Well, if we are mostly attack roll based, that means we also have mediocre AoE too. And
We have fireball.
You can speak for yourself on mediocre AoE.
fireball against this many enemies is not that great AoE. There are a lot
I
of
could
dudes,
conjure the Dragon Storm again. I have enough resources to do it one more time. And like that's just constant AoE around me if we just stick around me.
Aqua, how long did this happen after we did the Dragon Storm and left?
You were able to swim up about 500 feet, so it was like a few minutes.
Okay.
I mean, a bunch of small things seem a lot less scary than a big thing, honestly.
Action economy.
I mean, they take damage as soon as they enter my Dragon Storm, as an example. And technically, these are still like 100 feet away.
Yeah.
Like, we should probably write that down somewhere.
I'm sure I'll remember in a week.
True.
I'm sure someone will remember in a week.
Good thing I've never forgotten anything before in my life. For any reason.
Also, Crystal, you have a typo in your gold pin. You said Canopic being Atoll. This is clearly boat